Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TARDIS Zone live on this Sunday evening for the school reunion, watch along and discussion. And we have a stellar lineup for you tonight. So let's get straight to it and introduce our guests for tonight. He's basically become my sidekick on this channel. I absolutely love him. Me and Rabbi, we work well together. And I love when we stream together. So I want to introduce me co-host. And hopefully he's feeling a little bit better after this. Because I have to say, when he did actually come on before he came live last night, I said, Jesus, Rabbi, I says, you look rough, man. And he goes, I have this migraine. And I knew he wasn't going to be able to do it. And just as well, because we went for over 3 hours, Rabbi, so you probably would have been buried and all by now, man, for God's sake. But here he is. He's from another planet, and he's a rabbi. Welcome to the channel, mate.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Great episode. Looking forward to it. Yeah, thank God I'm feeling much better. Much better. Oh, my God. I basically crashed. When I came on the second time, and then I left, I just kind of crashed right after that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because you said you were going to stay in the chat, and then you disappeared, and I saw he's gone.
Gone. I just I passed out, and it was actually really good. I liked it, and then as you see, all my hair fell out. So,
yeah.
So now
congratulations! Got to say, you look well, man. You look well.
I do. I look very fresh faced and youthful. Yeah. Well, there's this 3-week period starting on Wednesday where where religious Jews don't cut their hair.
Right.
So I thought I'd better get it done now.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's what's going on.
Well, it's nice to have you on board, pal, and I'm glad you're feeling well. Let's get on the rest of our guests anyway. Well, the next fella you know as well. He's been with me from the very first day that I set up the YouTube channel, the very beginning. Proud to call him one of me mates, and also has his own YouTube channel, and it's all the way from Scotland, by the way. It's Scottish Davros.
Hello guys, how are you?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm all ready for school. The union. This is an iconic episode. I really enjoy it.
Well, it is, and for anybody that still doesn't know, that's been hiding under a rock, this is the first time, for new Who fans especially, this is the first time he's get introduced to a classic companion. And this episode actually is one of my favorites as well. It also has obviously K9, but we'll get more into that in a little while. Nice to have you on board anyway, Daniel.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, let's bring on a new guest. Well, our next guest. We have a bigger panel because obviously we could bring on more people. But he's been on the channel a few times, but I'm proud to bring him back on. He wanted to do this one with us, so I said, yeah, why not? I sent him an invite for yesterday's one, but he obviously didn't see it because he sent me a message today. He said, I didn't see it. I was, that's grand. It's grand. That happens. The more the merrier, I say anyway. But it's Geek Union. Oh, there. Sorry.
Hello, everybody. How you all doing?
Oh, we're not doing too bad. How are you, pal? How are you on this Sunday?
Yeah, not too bad. Been a busy day.
That's good. Well, you know, better to be busy than idle, what?
Yeah.
That's it. Right, let's bring on our final guest. I'm being honest, I don't know if I was supposed to bring on anybody else, right? If I was, I do apologize. And if you're actually in the live chat, if I did say you could come on today, will you remind me? Because I think there was supposed to be one more person on, but I just can't figure out who it is because so many people ask. But we'll bring on our next guest anyway, and he could be the final guest. We don't know. Oh, Adam, Rabbi. Adam was in the chat yesterday. Could you see if Adam is around? Could you send them the link?
Sure, no problem. Send them the link right now.
Yeah, just see if he's actually coming on. That's who it was, Adam, because I seen him in the bloody live chat yesterday.
No problem.
Right, let's bring on a guest while we're figuring out if Adam is going to be joining us. He was with us. Adam obviously joined us for the very first few ones that we did, but then obviously he was working, so he's probably been busy these last few weeks anyway. But hopefully we can get him on. But our next guest, we've had him on as well. He's done. I think he's done some of the classic ones with us, and he's been on a couple of streams. And it's the English Longbowmen. Colin, welcome.
Picture yourselves me bounding onto the stage like Superman rather than walking on crippled, leaning on my cane.
Welcome, everybody. And by the way, I just want to give a special shout out to Lee. As you have probably seen, the channel, YouTube channel, has finally completed its not makeover would probably be the right word. So I've got the thanks to Lee, I've been able to update the cover on YouTube now, so it doesn't have that horrible yellow one anymore. I actually ruined that by changing the color to it because it was actually nice the way it originally was, but I thought I'd be fancy and do something myself. But Lee has actually done the cover and the actual artwork that you see now for the official Tarda Zone. So I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you very much. And, he's working on the new intro as well. And he must be nearly finished because he's asking me how many megabytes and all it needs to be. So I'm actually getting a bit excited now because I've seen a little preview and it looks great, guys. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I love it already. So a new intro coming. So well done, Lee. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate everything that you do for the channel. And all you guys as well on the panel, thank you for coming on, because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. And I want to thank Rabbi as well, because Rabbi was the one suggested that we do something like this. And, you know, I didn't, you know, at first we had a bit of a rocky start because I wasn't sure whether people really wanted this or not. But I could see each week the audience has grown. So there seems to be a demand for these. So we're going to continue the new Who and the classic watch along for as long as you guys want it. And Rabbi already, I told you yesterday what the classic episode story that we were doing next week was, which was Frontier in Space. Rabbi has already dropped the trailer to me.
Oh man, that was a bitch of a trailer to me.
Well, no,
that took me forever.
Listen, he was working on it for hours, but I just wanna say thank you for actually getting it ready, man. You got it ready before we even.
Some weeks it works out. What can I say?
Okay, fair play to you. Right, school reunion. Let's get straight to it. Do any of you guys want to add something about this episode before we start?
Okay, fine. I'm going to say, in a weird parallel universe,
right?
There is another season 11 and 12, which was headed by the writer of this episode, which was what's his name? Not Toby. What's his name again?
Toby Whitehouse.
Who?
Toby Whitehouse.
Toby Whitehouse. There's a parallel dimension where Toby Whitehouse became the showrunner after Stephen Moffat, who really should have become the showrunner. This is his first episode, I believe. He didn't write for season 1. This is his first episode he wrote for Doctor Who. And just about everything he's written, I think, has been excellent. It's been like an absolute cracker, right? And this one, no exception. It's absolutely beautiful. I was watching it earlier today, and I think that just between this and season 1, there's just so much more confidence in this year.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing. We got this. And they're just like David Tennant runs. When he runs, like he's really fast. This is basically where they are in right now, right up until season 4, I would say. Is that they just on a sprint. Brilliant.
Any thoughts on the school reunion?
Just gave you a punch.
Daniel?
Like, what do you want?
Absolutely awesome. And Elizabeth Sweden is still sad doing my ass, and I still can't believe she's no longer with us.
Yeah, this is I mean, this is going to be very emotional. Yeah, because obviously I put up a few weeks ago that Tom Baker video where he was talking about her, and he can't actually talk about it without breaking down. And a lot of people were surprised by that because apparently Tom Baker doesn't show that side of himself too often. And to see him break down and say the last time he spoke to her and all, that was heartbreaking.
Really emotional.
Yeah, that really got to me big time, actually. That because he absolutely adored her. So did Pertwee. Pertwee adored her as well. Yeah. Elizabeth Sladen, Sarah Jane Smith, in Doctor Who, and personally, she's going to have an impact on everybody who met her. So, yeah, this one, until you've brought it up now, I was kind of fine. Don't do that to me, man. I'm not crying on another stream. Feck off.
Oh man, that just gives so much ammunition. No. Don't show humanity. Whatever happens, don't show humanity to the inhuman.
Don't show any fear in front of the animals.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, because I was watching it. It goes back because I actually started watching School Reunion. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it.
I watched it. I watched it last week while I was talking to you after the last one. Remember when we did Tooth and Claw? Well, I left it while I was talking to you, so it was on in the background. So I have to rewind it all the way back now because we're watching on the DVD. There we go.
I watched it this afternoon so I could watch it on mute this evening to avoid feedback. And I'm hoping that having watched it this evening, I'll actually be able to watch it with clearer eyes than the misty eyes that I got about 5 times while watching it. Yeah, I'll be able to breathe through the lump in my throat.
Right, guys, in the chat, get your copies ready. We're about to start. We're about to get ready to start. 45 minutes now of just pure fun coming up. Yeah. Also, interestingly, in this episode, this is where Mickey the Idiot, as they've been calling him up until then, actually becomes something. He starts to grow. This is where you see him now. He wants to go on the TARDIS now. You know, he finally made that decision. So he does. There's a lot of growth, Mickey Smith's character, and also you will see the interesting dynamic when obviously another companion comes in. It makes Rose realize, well, this is who the Doctor is, and he will leave. You know, he just does abandon people. Let's be honest, he does. He's left a few of his companions just like, you know, in the lurch. But
I'd almost be tempted to put Rose and Sarah Jane as the second best comedy couple in the entire new series.
I'm being honest, I would have loved to see them two actually on the TARDIS with David Tennant. That's what I want. But we got Mickey, so that's good enough.
It's called character development.
Yeah. You mentioned anybody doing that back and forth between the two of them when they first meet in the in the computer lab where they're throwing at each other what they've met. You mentioned Chip and things like that.
Well, I just realised that's why J-Bots love the current Doctor Who. You know why? Because the current Doctor Who don't have character development. They don't have characters, but they also don't have character development. They stayed the same. I mean, like Graham kind of did. That was his arc over the first season, where that was then dropped. But like, they stay exactly the same template that they've always been. You know, they're always like, I have this skin color and this gender. They don't. That's all it is. They don't. Yeah. But J-Bots are exactly the same way. J-Bots do not alter, no matter what the fact is. You know, the cratering viewings. No, everybody loves it. You know, like but it doesn't matter what the reality is. Victoria treating Jodie like she's a plague dog. No, nothing else, just coincidence. Nothing will ever shake a Jade. No reality. I'm having this thing on Facebook with somebody right now who I say, okay, let's come on and talk. And she's like, well, I will come and talk, but you're going to make money out of me. So I'm like, well, demonetize the stream. And now she's like, to say, see, you're refusing to talk. She's like, they're crazy. They never change, which is just like, again, Mickey has character development. You know, he has a part, you know, and you love Mickey all the way through.
I would take these people seriously if they were willing to engage, but they're not. All they want to do is play. And then even if they do come onto a stream, you've seen it. You brought someone onto a stream, and you see what happens. All they result to is insults. And quite frankly, Rabbi, I don't know how you didn't actually lose the plot, because the disgusting things he was saying while you were trying to make points, and you obviously hear that after the fact. But the thing about
you know why? Because every bad thing they do makes me look better.
I know, I agree.
In the argument,
it goes to show you they cannot construct a proper argument. They can't construct a proper defense.
They can't. Okay, 2 reasons they'll never come on. Right? Here are the 2 reasons. The first reason is they know deep down their side has no merit. They have no argument whatsoever, and they'll crumble within a second. You know, anything. They know it. They all know. But the real reason they never come on is because they're angry, and they really like being angry. They really like hating us. They really like saying that we are the deplorables. We are the Yahtzees. They love it. And they love it when they feel that somebody's done something wrong, something evil, that they can then point out and castigate and ostracize. They love that. That's what they live for. So they are never, ever, ever going to engage with us, because that means humanizing us. You know, it's one thing to call somebody a Yahtzee when they're like, you know, when you're behind an avatar. Face to face, it's much more difficult, you know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then we hear about the hashtag that the hate mob put together to say we are doctor. I'm sorry, listen, as I said, no little hashtag is going to save Jodie Whittaker from...
Exactly, really, yeah, okay. This is what the ratings are for season 13. If they're lucky, and if they're lucky.
Yeah.
And this is if they maintain their rate of decline, which is probably going to be great. It's probably going to be great. But if they're lucky, they're going to start in the high 4s. That's it. And we're talking consolidated ratings.
Yeah.
We're not talking about overlay. They're going to start in the high 4s. By the time they finish, they're going to be in the mid 2s. That's what. There's no other way around. They have 10 episodes.
No, it's all lies. It's all lies.
By the way, Chris Persia, I was saying, they're not characters, they're 2-dimensional cardboard cutouts. So are J-bots. So are J-bots. They're not able to break out. Then so are J-bots. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that's look, and apparently if you use that name J-bot, you're belittling. Listen, you have all sorts of isms about us, right? We have nicknames for you, J-bots, clowns, planks.
Yeah. I absolutely
loads. We have loads.
No problem. Doesn't bother me. And the other thing, your boy Zach did this video. They only attack something they think is a safe target. Yeah. That's why all the SJWs didn't say a thing about all the abuse, all the sexual abuse that was going on in the comic book industry that they all knew about. They all said, "Oh, I thought he stopped." You know, there's so many stories coming out, and none of them, all the finger pointers, none of them said a damn thing about it, and they all knew about it.
Oh no, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The hypocrisy as well. I'm telling you, man. Look at all of this crap that's happening right now. Wait till you see. These people that have been going around as well, cancelling people for years, are finally going to get their comeuppance as well. Because you know what's happening? Yeah, because they're getting cancelled. They're getting cancelled too.
I know.
This is what you've created. This is what you deserve. This is what you wanted, right? But now it's happening to you. Now we'll see. Now will you changes our tune now that it's happening to you? And you can see it. They're having a meltdown. They're absolutely having a meltdown.
It's exactly like the master in any story. He creates this ultimate evil which he thinks he can control, and then it starts to consume him, and then he goes to the doctor for help.
Yep.
We're going to be the doctor in this scenario.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's just I just have Kanye West as well for president. What?
Oh yeah, that is good news, man. That is good damn news. That basically destroys Biden.
Seriously, man. What is America?
And you know what? I hope he wins. Good for him.
Do you know what though? I thought when I seen this, I thought Americans are just gonna laugh. They're gonna
That's why I take the mute off.
hilarious, right?
It's mad.
And then I'm reading it.
With every ounce of power he's got, and he's a powerful guy. He's going to go quite far. He's going to destroy Biden. I'm telling you now. He's taking 30% of Biden's vote.
Is that why he's doing it, to guarantee Trump?
Could be. Could be. And you know what? If you know what he does well, I reckon Trump will give him something significant.
Well, here's the thing, right? I have to be honest, right? Looking at Kanye West, right, and seeing how he's behaved over the last few years, I would have to say, right, if people think Donald Trump is unstable, as some people do claim, and they think Joe Biden is unstable and mentally not able for the job, how the heck do they think that Kanye West, and by the way, if he was to win, which I know he won't because he's running as an independent, there's no way he will win. But if he was, how would America have as the fourth lady as well? You know, he used to be intelligent until he met her.
Yeah, man, that ass can make anyone stupid.
You know?
Right,
I'm saying that.
Okay, I gotta see what merchandise is available on the Kanye West and President website.
Right, let's have a look. Right, and whack it up. And I wanna bring on our next guest because he's actually waiting.
He's in.
I remembered who it was. So here he is. He's super apparently. I don't know why he's super. Maybe he can tell us. But his name is Super John.
Superman.
Oh,
Not singing Superman theme tune, guys.
Let's do that again. I messed up. Right. Right. He calls himself Super, but I don't know why. But let's find out. His name is Super John.
Oh, great. That's great. You know.
Okay, I imagined a kind of Huggy Bear kind of guy. You know, I imagined like Super John. You know, that's like, it's a bit of a shock, let me tell you.
Hold on, have we got another Scot with us? Are you from Scotland?
Yeah, I'm Scottish, yes.
Oh,
Damn, I need another Archer.
There you go. So we have two Scots on the panel.
Well, Daniel's a Scottish as well.
Yeah, so we got two Scots, an Irishman, an Englishman. No, two Englishmen.
What can I do? I apologize.
And Rabbi is Rabbi. What country?
I'm Londoner, born and bred.
So all right. So I'm surrounded by traitors. And
no, you're surrounded by
right. So I'm surrounded by two traitors and two Scottish men. Brilliant.
Which of us is the mother country?
It's like a really crap gathering.
Well, as we say, we're international on this panel anyway. But welcome, Super John, and again, all my guests. Right, everybody get our episode ready, and then Rabbi is going to do the countdown. What I'll do is I'll give you a bit of a quick shout out before we start, and then as soon as I read out the last name, Rabbi is going to do the countdown, and we're going to start. You missed it. Ballstreck was doing funny countdowns yesterday.
Oh, that was fantastic.
He was doing some funny ones. So you'll have to come up with some funny.
Listen, yeah, I am what you see is what you get. You know, there's no innovation going on here. The countdown. You want to replace me?
Right, I'm not starting at the recap. Just to let you know, I'm starting at the very start of the episode where the principal is walking down the stairs, right?
Yeah.
So,
Fuchsia,
Eric McManus, obviously Super John's in the chat with us. We've got on the panel, we've got Stuart, Gary, Darren is here, Kelly, Charlotte is here. Who else have we got? We got Dr. Dave, CJ Campbell, 37. Welcome, Torty. See, I'll be slagged for that. Torty, Chris. By the way, we're live all the way from Notre Dame, and my name is Quasimodo, so welcome. Problem being is here as well. Well, listen, if they're going to take the piss out of me and say I might as well embrace it. Derek McManus, you know, it doesn't bother me. Do you think I've never been called Quasimodo before? Fucking idiots. Crystal. Who else have we got? Kern is here as well. Welcome. I got your name right this time because you actually told me how to pronounce it properly. So well done. Thank you. Kip Ellis is here as well. I'm here. Might as well give myself a shout out. Never do. I'm only messing. Problem being, and I think that's everybody. If I have missed anybody, I do apologize. Just throw your name in there and I'll give you a shout out. Right, Rabbi, it's all up to you.
Are you ready? Okie dokie. Get your fingers on the play button. Fantastic episode coming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now. And he's walking down the stairs.
He really should have been walking out of the library, shouldn't he?
Yeah, should
They really missed a little point there. They could have had him in the library at some point.
Here's the thing, though. This was a coup to get him on this show at the time. I remember when he was announced as a guest star, they made a big deal out of the fact. And then there was even talks of him becoming a master one day.
Oh, that was
right.
Yeah. Imagine him being the master. He's still good, man.
Awesome.
He did a big finish. He did the Excelis, didn't he?
He basically was a doctor.
He done like Spanish clown.
Yeah, he did it. The Excelis saga.
Right.
All right. Yeah,
but Excelis wasn't really that good.
No.
I was on the Confidential. They described the look for this as being very new Labour, and you really see that.
Spitfire Mark A1 is here as well, mate. Physics, I love this part. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
In this episode, I love him in this episode because you can see how much of a fanboy he is when
yeah. You know what?
And then he gets serious.
That is Doctor loving being the Doctor. I'm sorry. I mean,
when the Doctor says, does anybody else get flashbacks if they've seen it to that episode of The Big Bang Theory where Sheldon is trying to teach the girl physics? He says, physics, what is physics? Yeah. And every time she asks a question, he goes right back to the start.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Physics. Love it.
Absolute love this bit that's coming up. I mean, the Doctor just clocks on his intelligence straight away, and I mean, he knows I mean, it's brilliant. This.
Yeah.
Russell T, I agree with Rabbi what he said. This is a confident Russell T now, and his team knowing exactly what they want to do now. They're confident in their work. They're confident in what they are producing, and they know what they're producing. Let's be honest, there's a bit of arrogance as well, but you could. It's
swagger. That's what I love about it. There's a swagger this season.
Yeah, it's like, look at us now. We finally made it, and he even says it in interviews. Even Jordan Sirius one, he was very nervous. The very first episode, he was nervous, and then even after the series ended, he was still, because he didn't know, he wasn't quite sure what was going to happen, and then he was told very early on, listen, this is good. Just keep doing what you're doing, and we're happy. And then obviously, then it just improved. I like Series 3, by the way. A lot of people don't. I actually love it.
I like Series 3.
I think it's under.
I enjoy it as well.
I love Series 3. Yeah.
You the dinner lady.
Yeah. Do they still do those school dinners in England? Because we don't have schools like that in Ireland that do school dinners. So, well, I was never in a school that do school dinners. Do they still do that in England? It's not very fucking healthy, is it?
I don't know. It's a very long time since I had school dinners.
Anybody in the chat young enough to remember if they still do school dinners in the UK? I know they do because Marcus Rashford is trying to get them, but that's for kids, parents that are working. So they feed the kids in the school to make sure, but is it still compulsory?
They did a few years ago when I was working in a primary school.
Yeah. I know private schools there, yeah.
Not primary school.
Oh, primary school. You do in your school study? All right. Now, they don't. That's something that doesn't really happen in Ireland. Maybe private, definitely not public schools.
Whoa, you got a nice super chat there from No Drawing.
Gary from
Oh
my God.
Hello, Nironic.
Oh my God, sorry, I just can't hang out with the lads and ladies. Keep up the where is it? Keep up the great
good work.
Show a little love. Cheers. No man, thank you. Oh my God, Gary,
nice.
I'm putting that over.
Well, can't argue with that.
I'm gone red in the face and all I am. Oh my God. Thank you, Gary. And Gary, while you're here, I just want to say thank you for all the support that you have shown the channel, because I know you do a lot for me. So I really appreciate it. And thank you for that. I'm actually really, I'm gone red here. I'm thank you.
How could you possibly have made the school reunion any better?
Thank you. No, seriously.
Like Gary literally made one of the best episodes of Doctor Who so much better, because whenever I watch this, I'm going to remember this super chat. It's so nice.
Thank you very much.
What a gentleman. Oh, so nice. Be nice.
He's a legend. Tim Balls, I'm telling you, man, the stuff that those lads do for me, and they do. The amount of shouts and all I got on Gary's channel and all is unbelievable. He doesn't even have to do it, but he does. And I just want to point out as well that man has been helping comic book stores during this whole pandemic. He's been giving money away, and nobody talks about it. But like he does, he set up to help these comic book stores through the hard times. The man's a legend.
Does that.
By the way, just back at the episode, I forgot how funny this episode was.
I know. Here's my favorite music though for Murray Gold. This was my favorite piece of music.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
I don't know about yours, but when I used to watch this over and over, when it came to that part, I'd whack the volume up, right? And I just Murray Gold.
That's an awesome piece of music. No?
It is. Oh, Gary, thank you.
This is such a great episode.
Yeah, hopeful sign that all the kids have actually learned how to type properly as well, if you notice.
Well,
they all text typing, all the ones we can see.
Everybody's just saying hello to Gary in the chat. He's actually saying hello to everybody in the chat as well. Gary, listen, have a great day, mate, whatever you're up to. Thank you. That's just put not even the super chats. The fact that you come in, because I know you're a busy man. So I appreciate it. Oh my God.
Here comes Sarah Jane Smith.
I
just can't wait till they meet. Someone's got a bit of feedback going on. There you go. I love it. They do the meeting twice. One which she doesn't know, one which she does know. Again, can we talk about the parallel universe where this guy is the showrunner of season 11 and 12?
I know.
Who, he also did Being Human, which was a great series.
Oh, God, man. This is it. I just love his face.
Yeah, right. Expressions are great.
His reaction.
David Tennant's performance here. He's so enjoying being young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's look at that. You can see he's not even acting.
Oh, I love it. Love it. Look at the eyes. Love it.
Yeah.
And that smile.
You see a lot of the Fifth Doctor in him as well, so.
Oh, I know. Yeah. This guy watched her when he was a kid, and now he's actually there with her. What a joy, especially as a fan. That would have been. Oh, his face, his reaction right there is what.
It's so real. His
reaction was like when I came back.
You'll notice though,
compared to some of the classic actors that have come back, you know, her acting has improved, if you get me. Whereas,
right.
Sarah Jane Adventures, didn't they bring back Susan Foreman and a couple of the others, and the acting wasn't great, but her acting definitely improved.
I love it that he loves where she is in life. Isn't that great? Oh, I love his expression. It's just perfect.
I know.
Did anybody else notice though how he got rid of the teacher before him?
Yeah, by putting it.
So that's twice.
Twice, yeah.
Again, and Donna later on. Mind you, they've actually confirmed that Donald's ticket did actually win the triple rollover.
Jesus, man. It's actually.
I love that.
I know.
It's fun and it's scary. You know, it's everything you want a Doctor. It's fun, scary, and bonkers. It's everything Doctor Who should be. Especially season 2. Series 2, whatever you want to call it. If this was a Moffat era, it'll be set in Coal Hill High School.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was actually picking that up. Would this have worked better for you if it was in Coal Hill, or do you think it's better?
No, I like it better.
No, we like it better like that.
No,
the first draft it was set in like this military base.
Coal Hill would have been too much of a Coal Hill, and bringing Sarah Jane back, I think, would have been too much.
Exactly.
Back reference.
Yeah, subtlety is better.
Right. They were then.
But well, I love Mickey in this one.
Yeah, he's really good. The next Doctor and showrunner of Doctor Who. The only person they could really hire.
In fairness, Noel Clarke could take over Doctor Who. He's a very good director.
He's a great talent. Yeah, I would love to see what he did with it. Plus, he's got all the connections of being in Doctor Who.
Exactly.
He can call him Russell Davies. He can call him Nick Briggs.
Yes, he could, and he would as well.
And he would, yeah. But I'd love to see his Doctor. I think it'll be like a very vital, actiony Doctor.
Yes, and it'd be a bit more gritty as well. And I wouldn't mind a grittier Doctor, you know.
Right. I think it'll be a really cool. But I'd love to see him be Doctor and showrunner. That'd be awesome.
Our face when she's saying the TARDIS.
I love it.
Yeah, there we go. Fantastic.
And then I love this because the way they pan the camera around, now she's going to see that it's him.
Yeah, standing behind her.
All of a sudden, she knows there.
Yeah,
she knows he's there. She knows she's there.
Oh, Alice Sarah Jane.
Actually, does this miss out the continuity of the 5 Doctors? I mean, when Sarah Jane...
No, she saw she was with Pertwee.
Yeah.
I love that. You look incredible, so do you. And she does.
Yeah.
They're both doing the same thing there.
Mickey.
Yeah, I'm a few seconds behind.
Yeah, I'm still with the Doctor and Sarah Jane.
Yeah.
There's Mickey.
Right, pause it. Tell me when to.
Okay, pause it for 5 seconds.
I think that's the best bit for me. I can't believe it's you. I really can't. Okay, no, I can. Womp. Total change.
Absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
And now
the interaction now between Rose and because the jealousy is big time. You can see.
I know. I love it.
Here it is. Uh-oh.
You hear that? They dissect them, and maybe you haven't reached that bit yet.
Yeah, see, that's saying they play it for laughs there, but in fairness,
it's so real. You know that's what will happen. You know that's what will happen. Especially with Rose.
It's like, it doesn't matter how long he's known you, you know, he does move on.
I love that his ex and his girlfriend is ex.
That is very true, though.
I love the sense of humor that this has. It's so playful.
Yeah, it's so easy to understand in that, and it works in every level.
And I actually remember thinking that as a kid as well, that teachers used to sleep in school.
Yeah, same. And then I seen this and I was like, I'm not going back to school.
Oh, that's the action figures of these look really goofy. They don't really work in real life.
Yeah. Oh, here he is. Here's me pal. He's coming up.
Oh, that's a gay line.
Hey.
K9.
Someone has some interference. Huh? I want one. I want someone to build me a character.
Would this be a bad time to tell you that I got the toy of it, like the?
I knew you had this.
Big one.
That's a very big move.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it in a minute after and put it in the chat. I'll put it in the.
Ha! Mickey's getting
yeah, I'm like glad Mickey's taking a bit of his.
That's it, Mickey. You rub it in.
Yeah.
I love when he brings up the chips.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get away with that now, could you imagine? What are you trying to do? Hey, Rose Tyler?
Body shaming.
Oh, is that what they call it? Body shaming, sorry.
Okay, not everything.
Shaming, whatever it is.
They have so many different words for things now, I just don't know, man. £2 for a burger, the good old days. I remember those days as well, but we never overindulged. Because, like, you know.
They've got so many words for things that don't actually exist. They should be fiction writers.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, she feels a bit hurt.
Yeah, that's not an excuse, though. I didn't like that excuse he gave her.
Tell you what, though, there's some lovely payback to this also in when Matt Smith and the Sarah Jane Adventures in Death of the Doctor, because you've got Sarah Jane and Joe Grant.
Yeah.
And
right.
There's one bit there where Joe Grant turns around and asks him if she thinks he thought she was stupid or something. Oh. And then you discover suddenly that he'd actually gone back and actually looked in on all of them as they'd gone back. Although that may have been during the regeneration tour.
K9's working now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a bit of John Leeson coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love that. I love that K9 recognized him through his regeneration.
Oh no, dinner lady. Love it. Vicky's face when she come in, when Sarah Jane gives out to him.
I wouldn't actually mind seeing the Krillidines come back.
Same here.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, to be
Same here.
honest,
Revenge
There's-
to come back after the Doctor for what he did to them, but
There's at least one short story. But they did a series of Doctor Who shorts,
yeah.
about 30 or 40 pages long, I think, called The Quilitane Storm, I think.
All right.
Yeah,
And I'm not sure Big Finish have done them or not.
don't think so.
Revenge of the Krillitane.
Okay, no, you know who'll be great to come back? Family of Blood.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Like
good.
they escaped from everything and they came back and this time they were mad.
yeah. I would have agreed a few years ago, but the little girl now has become a radical feminist. So
And they get another little girl. She's irrelevant. That's why she's a radical
Big
feminist.
dog.
She's utterly irrelevant. Get another little girl. Listen, if they can replace what's the name, Megan Fox without blinking, they can replace the little girl.
yeah, well, Megan Fox. We won't go there. She was a nice looking woman. So she started messing with her face. I don't know why these celebrity women.
She did. I thought she didn't have any work done.
She did. She had some work done. So she looked totally different in Bleeding Teenage Mutant, that Turtles movie that she did. And the only reason why she got that part is because they wanted to see her in a mini skirt. Because that's all she does in it. She plays April O'Neil. She obviously. The character April O'Neil, as you know, is a very good character. Now, don't get me wrong. She didn't do anything wrong in the role. She just wasn't given that great. But the whole point of having Megan Fox in the movie is to see Megan Fox half naked. And that's what they did in that movie. They have her walk down
I'm glad they understand it.
the uniform, and that's all she's used for. And I think she does have more talent than that. It's just a pity. You know, but then she
Okay, I'm looking at her in 2019. She looks incredibly gorgeous.
Well, look at
She
her now.
looks like impossibly gorgeous.
Yeah, she's going out with that Machine Gun Kelly now.
I don't know who he is, but okay.
Oh, he's the fella that took a pop at Eminem in a tune, and all the millennials think he beat Eminem. Eminem is a legend when it comes to rap. You don't beat Eminem. Eminem makes
No.
right. I think the Machine Gun Kelly song is good. I thought Kill Shot was better, so that's just personally speaking.
Okay, I'm too old for all of this. I don't know. I understand all this. You know,
All right.
people move music.
Yeah, she's going out with this rapper now. She seems to jump from bloke to bloke as well, which is a pity.
Unfortunately, I'm not available.
Yeah.
Megan, roll on, baby.
I'm sure you had your. I'm sure if you were, if you, as you said, when you go back to your own planet, you'll enjoy it.
I think they look down at. You know, I realize what planet that must be. I think I'm from Androzani Major. I'm not one of the serfs who was like made to work in the in the factories in the north. I'm one of the corrupt ruling elite. I think I got it really well there.
Yeah, this scene is great coming up now in the
Oh
swimming.
yeah.
It just proves how great the two actors are.
Yeah,
And they can make an awesome scene with just dialogue.
exactly. When David Tennant is not messing around, or overacting, and he's acting like this. This is David Tennant at his best, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rabbi, I've just sent you a private chat.
Ooh.
In the private chat here.
Ooh, private chat. Lordy-da. We're going all lordy-da.
You can't see it. The private chat behind you.
Oh,
I know it's quite interesting.
Lordy-da.
It's regarding one of your subscribers, mate. So
I know. I seen the comment. Yeah, Rabbi, you might want to have a look at that. Actually,
I'll put it in the chat. Sorry, I'm just like I'm my eyes are glued to this confrontation.
oh
yeah.
You know what? They're so smart because they got Anthony Head to be the one to go up against the David Tennant. This is the first time David Tennant showed you the real metal of the Time Lord.
But David Tennant's Doctor, I used to have so much mercy when he's like that. That's the David Tennant Doctor that I wanted. I wanted that ruthless Doctor because.
That's the great thing. That's why the Jodie impersonation doesn't work. The Tennant impersonation doesn't work with Jodie. She just does the fluffy stuff without the
without the serious. No, you're right. No, you're right. I know we're laughing, but you are right. That's exactly what it is. She does do the fluffy part, the Tennant, and it's the same with Smith. Because when Smith is even angry, like you believe it, you know, you're convinced.
Yeah, you don't want to
my favourite scene of Matt Smith has to be that scene where he's sitting with Clara on the sofa and she tells him about Trenzalore and he knows that he's going to die, basically, and he breaks down. That's one of my favourite scenes of his. He really got me there.
Okay. My favourite Matt Smith opening is the Fletch and Stone or Time of the Angels, whatever.
That is brilliant. By the way, what people don't know about that, or most people don't know, that was his very first day shooting. So when you watch those two episodes, The Time of the Angels, The Flesh and Stone, Time of the Angels, they were the very first scenes that he ever filmed as the Doctor. Now, if you were to watch those episodes, you would think that he was playing this role for months. They were the first. Yeah, this guy, years, I say. What am I saying? Months, years. This fella, Matt Smith, wasn't sure of him at first, but I said to give him a chance. By the 11th hour, he'd won me over.
Yeah.
But when I seen the Flesh and Stone, when that episode came out and Russell T was giving these, not Russell T, but Stephen Moffat was giving these production notes and said this was his first day of filming, I was like, wow. The scene in the forest where he's touching Amy's hand, where she's blind.
I love it. I love it.
That's very first.
I love this scene when he got Sarah Jade and Rose bonding.
Matt Smith got me right as the Doctor, right at the last speech he gave.
Yeah.
In at the end of the 11th hour, but he had his own. He had his own. The Tenant Justice speech when he's doing it. He's gone on Demon's Run. The man of Convarian comes up to me. Oh, the anger of a good man, and he says, "Good men." You have so many rules. Good men don't need rules. Trust me. This is not the day to find out why I have so many.
Yeah, the Matt Smith did, even David Tennant now, and even though he's not, as you know yourselves, I have problems with his Doctor because serious parts he's brilliant. But I mean, Midnight, for example, that's a shining light for him. That's one of his best, I think. It's just him with a room full of people on this basically transport train thing, and there's a villain, but it's unseen. And then it gets into a woman's sky, and then all hell breaks loose. And Tennant is just magnificent in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very tragic how Tennant is the one who's like uses his voice to get out of everything, and Midnight he can't even use his voice for that.
Exactly. So, very clever. See, I love Hoovians. I love you all. That's why these newer fans, they'll never get it. They'll never get it because you get it. You get it every time. You know exactly what each scene means and stuff, and the hidden meaning behind stuff.
And do you know what was heartbreaking about that episode as well? remember them women that he asked what was on him and nobody even knew on him.
This music is just epic, Daniel.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Things, I'm pretty sure this isn't actually available on the CD for Series 2.
It's not because
Which does kind of suck.
I can
It
actually
should be.
because I used to use when I did the original slideshow videos of Doctor Who art. I actually used this piece of music, and it actually is unreleased. Believe it or not, which
Really?
is
It's so weird. It's so good.
So how did you actually find it?
oh, you can, they put the unreleased stuff up on YouTube. This thing goes on for about 5 minutes or something. You should hear it.
Wow.
The extended version is brilliant. I just love Murray Gold. Seriously, look at Doctor Who. You had the music through the 70s era. Brilliant. Yeah. But the music, Jordan Miller, sorry, under Murray Gold. Yeah, he got a bit stale near the end. But he produced some magnificent pieces of music. Oh, I love this part with Mickey and K9.
Right. You know, I extended the trailer just to put it in because I wanted them.
You're behind it now, no?
Moment.
I love it. You are in a car.
Are you a few seconds behind now, no?
What?
Are you a few seconds behind? I'm now in.
I'm not. I'm actually at the scene where they're standing at the screen now, and he's about to figure it out now. See what I mean? And his team's right. It's just so clever. Imagination. Exactly. But that is actually so true because kids, they're just full of imagination. So if you want to crack a code, you know,
right.
Yeah.
This is genius. Unlike when Chibnall uses kids, he murders and experiments on them.
Yeah.
Well, in fairness, the Krillitane didn't want to use the kids and kill them, but the Doctor does stop it. Oh, this scene now. I thought for a second he was going to fall for it.
Well, that's the whole point. This is the real classic Satan tempting. Like everything you wanted.
That's it. It's like Adam and Eve. Don't touch that apple tree. Forbidden fruit, wherever you want to call it. Was the forbidden? I know we know what the forbidden fruit really was, but they symbolize as an apple or something, don't they, or something? So, yeah.
This is why the Doctor always needs a companion.
Exactly, and Sarah Jane here is spot on.
By the way, there's a disagreement whether the fruit was grapes leading to wine, or if it was something called an etrog, like a lemon-like fruit.
Oh.
I didn't think it was actually specified. I didn't think it was actually specified at all.
I love what Jane said
in the Talmud.
Maybe different translation, perhaps, or different versions.
That scene with Sarah Jane, though, is far more significant than we're actually bringing up because she had a chance to be young again. Yeah,
right. He offered them everything they wanted.
Yeah, and she said, "No, we have to move on. We've got to learn."
Right. Because I love that she had some maturity.
This part now. This is
where it's such a fun little like chase, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it now. This is where it gets the chase now. K9 doing his thing.
Oh no!
Come on. How can you not like that? Look at this.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And then they chase.
Yeah, that is cool.
This is brilliant. Watch.
I
Oh man, I just forgot how brilliant. how brilliant this era actually was. And this
Yeah.
is not even the best of it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So freaking good.
Isn't
The
it?
acting is good. The pacing is good. The special effects are very good. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
for the
music-
credit time have actually held up well.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have done.
I think it has as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I love John Leeson. And I love they're using the correct sound effect.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Stop chasing and shooting dog thing.
Yeah, get the fitted on.
He's made it you can miss with a light speed weapon.
And this is what Doctor Who was missing.
What? Charm, delight,
Yeah.
action, adventure.
Yeah, and a bit of comedy and a bit of
I even look at this
sci-fi
place,
thrown in
forget the shooty dog. Forget the shooty dog.
Listen, that's nothing compared to it. Peripherally meets the today meets the inclusivity and diversity agenda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
But
mind if
again,
they'd actually put
people
storytelling
think
on the bloody tick box list.
But again, so Mickey doesn't exist now. That one of the teachers in this
Listen,
episode
Mickey's
doesn't
skin
exist,
color
doesn't
may
he?
be black, but they're writing him like he's white. That's what they'll say. Check your privilege or whatever nonsense.
Wow. So even when they do, when there is diversity, they come up with a different excuse. They have another complaint.
Oh yeah, no, again, this woman said she won't come on my channel because she doesn't want me to financially benefit, which I would.
Yeah.
I'm like, who do you think you are? Why do you think people are going to flood you? I said, I'll demonetize the video. And then, funnily enough, she ignored that altogether and went on to something else.
I have to admit, though, this did bother me during this era, right? But Mickey does grow, so obviously, as it went on, I kind of understood what Russell T was doing. But the doctor sends him in to obviously knock off the computers, get the kids out of the school, right? So Mickey's trying to figure out how to obviously turn off the computers, and basically it's just a plug.
I think that's fun, though. I like that.
I know, and I get it, we're doing it for a bit of comedy, right? I get it.
Davis having a laugh together.
But I remember,
That's the way to do it.
I do remember at the time that it pissed me off. But I have to admit, later on, obviously, because we got to see what happened with Mickey, I understood it then. It was character development. They were showing, because he does grow, because he does a lot more in the next episode.
Yeah.
There's a similar thing in one of the early NCIS episodes where they're being attacked by a virus, and you've got Abby and I can't remember what the other smart guy was. Typing away and all the rest of it, and Gibbs just turned around to pull the plug.
Oh, how does this not make you cry? This is beautiful. Oh, he's so good. See, this is why we all fell in love with David Tennant.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm K9.
Yeah.
Good dog. Oh no. We know he's going, we know what's gonna happen though, but like, I mean, it's still sad.
I know. I'm tearing up.
Yeah.
What are we like? Oh, I know, and her face and her reaction just get you. Ah, jeez, what is doing to me? Chris Chibnall, you dirty rotten.
Yeah, whenever you see how good Doctor Who is.
Ha.
I love that. You bad dog. Affirmative.
Oh, and it's-
I love it.
and you know what? They can't do a school-based show without it ending with the school blowing up. I mean, they know they're making it for kids, and it's just wonderful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Russell T was clever. He knew if he blew up a school, kids would love watching that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because let's be honest, I'm not saying we'd go as far as blowing up school, but especially if you're bullied, there was times where I thought when there was a storm, I hope the storm blows the school down, so I don't have to go to school.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. The teachers sleeping at school. The teachers
Yeah.
are the villains, are the monsters. blowing up. This is all kids' wish fulfillment stuff, and it's still a great episode of Doctor Who. It's still great.
Ah, poor Sarah Jane.
The moment that Sarah Jane comes into the TARDIS is priceless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hasn't stepped in the TARDIS for nearly how many years?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Actually, this scene had, yeah.
How many years?
30 odd. 30 odd? No, more than that.
Look at her, even you can even see, look, I love that. It's like as if she's walking in for the first time again.
You know, I got to Photoshop Sarah Jane when she's this age with Tom Baker's Doctor, which he had when he was in Sharda, the animated Sharda. They had him in live action in the last scene as an old Doctor, but in his costume. I love that. I got to put them together in that TARDIS. It was in it was in his TARDIS. It was wonderful.
I love when she asks when Rose asks her, "What should I do?" And she's like, "No, you stay in that bloody TARDIS. You basically stay in that TARDIS, and you go with the Doctor, and you get your heart broken by the Doctor, because it'll be worth it."
See, that was a sense of foreboding of what was to come for Rose.
Oh, look how upset Rose is that Mickey's coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
It does kind of piss me off because obviously in Age of Steel or whatever, she ends up crying because Mickey stays.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think she
Yeah,
realized.
but in fairness, in the next episode, then she's kind of okay with the fact that he's there. I just think, but here's the thing, it kind of shows her attitude the way it was in Series 1, where she wanted Mickey to go with her, and then it shows how much time has passed that now that she's obsessed with the Doctor now, she doesn't want that to get in the way of that, and Mickey is in the way.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
But then, obviously, he meets Madame de Pompadour after this episode, and then Rose finally realizes, well, she's not going to be that special one, even if she thinks she is. You know?
I already know what I'm giving this episode, guys.
Here you go. Here's the Sarah Jane Adventures. The second Doctor Who spin-off that Luke Sladen and Caroline said it, and this one actually worked.
Yeah.
Oh, this is wonderful.
I know.
This is just wonderful.
This always gets me emotional. This.
Yeah.
And you know what? If the people make fun of you for like being emotional about this absolutely beautiful, wonderful TV, you know, there's something dead inside them.
Exactly. You know, I don't care. Make all the videos about me crying all day long. It doesn't bother me because you know what? There's one thing I will always have is love towards this show, and this scene is about even Kate when he leaves. She looks back, and then K9. I'm just so happy. It's he didn't leave her on her own. And that's what that meant to me. He didn't leave her on her own. He gave her something back.
Right.
Not only that, but the entire, I think this is probably the only episode, the entire last scene is not the Doctor, it's Sarah and K9.
Right.
Normally, the title disappears and that's it, it goes credit titles.
Yeah.
But no, this time, Sarah and K9 walking off.
Yeah.
See, when I thought that when Sarah Jane was
Just
in
like she did when she was dropped off all those years ago.
Yeah, but
it's just like knocks it out of the park.
But that just shows you how much I'm respect that
again, this episode
had for the character of Sarah Jane.
Yeah.
He's so serious in this episode as well.
Yeah.
The role with these three. So you had Tooth and Claw, you had School Reunion, then you have this one, and he's serious in all three.
Exactly, and that's why you can play the frivolous stuff. That's why you can play him having fun, because you know who he is underneath.
Right, guys. Oh my God. I just forget. I just keep forgetting because how emotional this show can actually be. Because emotional in the right way. Let's just say, not like the timeless children way. But yeah,
It can do some really powerful bits. I mean, another one that comes to mind for me is right at the end of Family of Blood. The last two scenes, one scene, the only one, where you start off with the two still basically kids. I don't know in World War One, and then it goes on to the cenotaph.
Yeah.
That,
few people in the chat are actually a bit emotional as well.
Good for them.
Good for you. Good. This is what good. This will remind
you love them too.
Listen, look, it is sad because it reminds us of what we don't have anymore. But at the same time, we can embrace this and love it all over again. And I am. I'm telling you. I mean, look, David Tennant, as I said, he's not one of my favourite doctors for the simple fact of the matter is I do think it's somebody yet. But the more I keep watching him now, I'm actually starting to change my opinion on him, which I never thought would happen. But I think it's got to do with this curtain era because I don't think I would change.
Yeah, this is the magic of Jodie. She makes everything other than her good.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, we were planning only doing up until Matt Smith maybe because Peter Capaldi is very divisive, but because
keep going.
But I'm going to do it. We're going to go all the way up.
I'm telling you, I rewatched Capaldi and it's so much better.
We're going to watch it again. We're going to do it again. We're on series 2, so we'll do it all the way up. So yeah, yeah, everybody's got listen. Everybody that's on the panel here, if you want to be here every Sunday, you just have your spot now. This is the panel.
Oh yeah,
hopefully Adam can join us as well if he can.
People down StreamYard, they upped it.
Yeah, you can have nine plus yourself, so 10 people all together now, Rabbi. Yeah. So that's brilliant. Did you pay for your StreamYard as well?
Oh yeah, you got it. I thought
What did you get, the professional one or did you get the basic?
I don't know. I think we got the basic.
Yeah, same here. Because if you get the professional one, it's like an extra £100 or something, and there's not much of a difference.
Yeah, okay, forget it.
If you had a look at all the packages, because Cheryl was checking them out for me, and she was saying there's no difference. There's actually no difference. I think the only difference was you could add extra banners or something like that. But who gives a crap about that?
Right.
So how much is the basic?
Well, it worked out in dollars. $280 something a year, but it's unlimited time. Obviously now they've upped how many people you can have on. I will say one thing about StreamYard, and Rabbi will probably back me up on this. If you do have problems with StreamYard, you can text them directly, and I'm telling you, someone always gets back to you, and they get back to you within about 15, 20 bloody minutes. And
I can't back you up on it because I never had a problem with StreamYard.
Oh, have you not?
No, fine.
Yeah, when I first got this, I didn't know what ad destination was, so I actually went into them, and I actually asked, and one of them got back to me and was very helpful. And then I had other issues as well with. I was asking them, could you put it on Twitter and all that? Because I wanted these streams to go everywhere. But you're saying Twitter, unfortunately, we don't do at the moment. But always very helpful. So I will say, if you do get it and you do have any problems, StreamYard will be there. They will help. And I'm not plugging them around. I'm just saying I use it and I think it's great. And I have seen that other YouTubers now are starting to use it as well. Listen, if you can't afford it, the basic package, you get 28 hours a month. Now, if you're not doing 3-hour live streams like me, you're fine. You will get the month out of it. So even if you can't afford to buy the basic, just get the free package.
Well, it is totally worth starting on the free one.
It is.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
So you get an idea what
and
you
yeah,
do.
'cause that's it.
And then when you need
And yeah,
it,
'cause that's the part you tell you.
Sorry, hang on, guys, because I heard there is an issue. Apparently, if you were in different parts of the world, sometimes there might be a bit of a delay. It was happened. I think it happened on a stream that me and Problem Being were listening to last night. Bear. What was their name? Bear Nerd. I was a Bear Nerd.
Fun.
Yeah, Nerd Fun.
Oh, and I forgot about that.
And there was a bit of a delay. So Daniel, sorry, you were trying to say something there, but Rabbi was actually in the middle of talking, but because there is a delay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak over anyone.
No. See, you're already talking. There's a delay. There's a delay. It's not even any your guys' fault. It's YouTube. It's not even StreamYard either. It's got to do with YouTube. The sooner they're back bleeding, working behind the scenes on YouTube and they fix the glitches, the better. But go on, Daniel, you were saying something there.
Yeah, because that's the one I use. I use the free package.
You use the free package.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the free package, all it is it's just basically has the StreamYard logo on it. Whereas if you get the other one, you can get rid of it. But right, let's go into the rate. Let's talk about. Oh, Rabbi, sorry, you were saying something as well. Sorry, what were you saying?
I can't remember. Oh, yeah, well, go share the picture I just put in.
You shared the picture, didn't you? Do you want to put it on screen share there and I'll whack it up? Listen, guys.
You just gotta
you have. Sorry, because no, hold on. Have you 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, yeah, you have. Sorry, it's because there's streaming. There we go.
Bit of canine for you.
What a lead.
Oh, wow.
And it's a big size one. Oh, yeah.
And the side comes off. It's got all the workings on the inside. It's so cool. It's got all these little. They got a remote control. You can move around.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had that like 10 years ago.
It comes out and the ears waggle. It's so cool. I love it.
We'll have to get you'll have to put a video up and show us in action.
Okay, it's been so long since I got it out, for sure.
Yeah, but do it whenever. I mean, I'm not saying straight away, but that is deadly looking. Oh my god.
Yeah, and see, get the stuff when it comes out, because then you don't. It's not like a fortune.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Probably right.
Started, and so now I've got like every big finish.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy.
Have you got every big finish? Have you got every big finish?
I got. Well, let me think. I got all the Doctor Who's. I don't have all the Dark Shadows. It's easy going that way around. What I don't have. I don't have the Attica or anything. I feel is kind of like a feminist release, like March or anything. I'm like, God bless them. I hope they do well with them. No, I'm just not interested. But that's about it. Yeah, I got even got the Rangers. They don't have anymore. I got more than Big Finish. I got Sapphire and Steel and Just Red and everything. I got all the Blake Sevens. Yeah, one second. I'm gonna go. I'll go through the thing. Okay, fine. So basically, everything Doctor Who, apart from the German, apart from Class, and let me see. I'm going through it. Liza Captain Jack, I didn't get the second one. Paternoster Gang, I didn't get. Should I stop getting in the middle of the second? Was it God Amongst Us or Gods? Whatever. After that one, it got too obnoxious and too woke, so I dropped it. Blake 7, I have all the Bernie. Some of Avengers, I have some, but not all of them, and none of the audio adaptations. Dark Shadows, I have some. Vienna, I have the first two series. I don't have Time Slip. Textbook stuff, I got the horror stories, which is really good. Star Trek stuff I didn't get. Space Precinct, no. Scarifiers, some. Pathfinder Legends, no.
Got those.
The Gemini Force 1, no. Earth Search, no. Charlotte Pollard I didn't get. Okay, that's a spin-off series I didn't get. And the Captain Scarlet stuff.
Captain Scarlet. I used to love that.
Yeah, so that's basically because I've been getting it from the beginning. I that's why I buy all that crap because I basically have it all, and it seems like, oh, really? That's why I'm kind of glad the monthly range is coming to an end.
I've got the Spectrum Files.
Oh, how
I
are
haven't
they?
listened.
What are those?
I haven't listened to many of them yet. I haven't listened to Time Slip yet. I found a lot of the old stuff on one of those sites where you can get lots of old things that are no longer in print. Let us say.
Oh, okay.
And massive great load of them, but load of old stuff. You forgot Benny.
Oh yeah, no, I got all of them.
That's what I said. You didn't mention them.
The stuff I didn't have rather than the stuff I did have.
Didn't have. Oh, sorry.
That's
Mate.
what I didn't have. I have everything else.
No, so I haven't listened to the Time Slip ones yet. I've got Spectrum Files, Judge Dredd. I actually got the I haven't listened in a while, but I've actually got those Star Trek spin-offs, but they were quite good if I remember.
Yeah, I had no interest in them whatsoever.
Can't think offhand what else I've got without getting out the drive and plugging it in, letting it fire up.
Yeah, that's fine. By the way, did you see in the least surprising announcement ever, Paul Mackey came out as being gay?
Who?
Paul Mackey.
I don't watch it.
She did not, did she?
Yeah, I just assumed she was. I had no idea she was supposedly straight. I was like, when she said when she came out, I was like, "What? You always out? What?" I was confused.
Congratulations! Could somebody just explain to me why the heck I'm supposed to care?
Right, I don't know, but again, it's just like I just assumed she was gay. It never even occurred to me she wasn't gay.
I thought she had a boyfriend, but listen, look, congratulations.
Goodbye, I think.
I don't know why it's a big deal, but like, fair play to you. If it inspires other young people to come out and, not be afraid to come out, then that's great. But I mean, what's the big deal anyway? I mean, I'm straight. How are you? I'll make an announcement to everybody.
Okay, not a big deal. Interesting bit of trivia. The was it Earl Cameron, the actor from 10th Planet, who passed away, which was also tweeting about because he's black, and that's the only reason.
I know all of you know who he is. Yes, I've seen.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, of course I know. Yeah. You all know you're virtue signaling.
By the way, go back through all their posts for the last few years. You'll see that they've never mentioned this man before. They've never even talked about even. So yeah, they're all a bunch of virtue signaling idiots, right? When we actually come out and say something nice about actors like that, it's because we've seen them in stuff and we know their characters, right? They're all fakes. Listen, don't be listening to any of those idiots out there. By the way, we are doing Frontier in Space next week, and for what's his name? Malcolm, is it Malcolm? What's his name? I forget. Sorry.
Malcolm Holt.
Yeah.
Malcolm Holt.
What's it? He played Billy Shipton, old Billy Shipton. Anyway, he was also in Frontier in Space. He also passed away.
I get it.
But did they mention him? I don't think they.
I feel like interesting trivia to tie Doctor Who to Star Wars in just one way. The bounty hunter Bosk wore the same costume that her name was Carl was it Earl Cameron wore in 10th Planet. He wore the exact same costume.
Wow.
In fact, here, I'll show you a picture of it. 1 second.
I'm sure there's been several actors with Doctor Who were in Star Wars as well.
No other Doctor. I'm just going to check. So is that that's the only Doctor? Well, here's this article I was actually talking about by Screen Rant. But I want to do a stream with Rabbi on that one, because me and Rabbi, we used to do stuff like this all the time. We haven't actually done a stream on Doctor Who news together in a while, so I know you're doing your own video on this as well. If you want to do an L stream on this tomorrow, and talk about it.
Yeah, to totally do it. Well, here,
Right, I'll put this up. No problem.
yeah,
Hold on.
you'll see the costume.
Oh,
Not funny.
that's fantastic. Wow. Can you guys see that in the screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love Rabbi's enthusiasm as well. It rubs off me sometimes because I'm a grumpy owl, as you know, and Rabbi kind of balances it out. So,
Kelly, are you
They always recycle
Kelly?
costumes.
Kelly, are you double dipping? Because I see you making comments on Jason's stream as well, which I happen to have on the TV, just watching. Because
Jason is streaming as well, is he? Oh,
he started up. He started up past 7, and he's doing one about
Right, actually, I got a notification, and I went, "Oh, I really want to watch that."
So did I.
Well, after the finish here, if you all want to fly over and support Jason's stream there, guys, you know me. Obviously, on the weekends, we're all streaming around the same time because obviously, you know, it is the best time slot for everybody. But the good thing about YouTube is, though, if you don't catch my stream live or any of the other guys' streams live, you can always catch up. You know what I mean? It's no big deal to any of us. How many watch live anyway? Jesus, I used to talk to 5-7 people live for for months until the channel started growing. But I got all my views after the fact, so it doesn't matter. The good thing about YouTube, and there's loads of variety. Listen, I'm after discovering a couple of new YouTubers now that I'm watching. Just to see, and they're talking about other stuff that's happening in Hollywood as well. Very interesting streams out there. It's given me of ideas to kind of do a broader show with Rabbi. We have been talking about this, but we haven't nailed that down yet.
We do have a very good idea. You had a really good idea.
Yeah, so we want
to put it together.
Yeah, we just need to put it together and think what format. And Rabbi has obviously come up with a great format as well, and the quiz as well.
I thought what we were talking about.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the other. I'm talking about the other thing that I spoke to you about, the show that I wanted the two of us to do.
All right.
If I came up with an idea with a quiz.
Yeah, we're going to do a quiz, but someone came up with a way that we could do it that there's no cheating. And I forget what it was.
Me, I think. I said you do it in the private chat.
Wasn't it the sonic screwdriver thing?
I know.
It was that as well. And John did actually come up with the whole do it in the private chat. But the thing about it is the live chat was still up, but there was someone who actually say, I think someone said do it as a pre-record.
No. Okay, here's what you do. You have to have the camera on and you're blindfolded. There you go. And we just made it more fun.
We could do that actually, because then you'd have to kind of.
Because then you can't read anything, and you have to answer live, and the camera's on you.
Oh, you know what it was? Because someone said do the phone-ins, and you could do it with the phone-ins. You could get people to ring in or mess, but then they could cheat. They could use Google.
Yeah, no, have them blindfolded. They have to answer questions blindfolded.
I actually think that's probably the best idea there.
Would you like a cigarette?
Now, if you are taking part, obviously you will have to put your camera on, right? So are people going to be comfortable with putting that kind of? You're going to be blindfolded, obviously.
That's all.
So, because we don't want anybody to, and everybody in the live chat that's not taking part will have to resist the temptation to answer the actual questions before the lads answer the questions. Why is me PlayStation doing all weird shit?
I don't know.
Because it's Sony.
No, it's getting late for me, so I'm going to have to bounce.
Right, well, before you do bounce, my friend, you've got to give your rating.
Okay, so I would say, well, it's got to be pretty high, isn't it? one of the best of the season.
Mhm.
Let's give it a 10. Let's give it a 10. Nothing can bring me to tears. What, 3 times in one episode?
Yeah.
You can't get a 10. It's got to be a 10.
Right.
10 for Bruce's performance.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Right, go on. You can bounce because I know you need to bounce.
Everybody.
I'll
Right,
take
everybody.
we'll
Awesome.
do
Thanks,
that
Robert.
tomorrow at some stage anyway, yeah? Oh, he's gone. We'll start tomorrow. Right, let's someone saying that heel versus babyface is also building a Lego castle on his stream.
He's
So
been doing that for
Steve,
5 hours, I think.
listen, there's plenty of variety out there, right? And Kip Ellis with a 99 or a £1 super chat. I don't think
Super sticker.
super sticker, I should say. Thank you for that, Kip. It's 100 out of 10 for me, he says. Well done. If I could give it 100 out of 10, I definitely would. Yeah, let's give it 100 out of 10. There's a few 11 out of 10s. Everybody's giving it a rate. Let's see what the rest of the panel. So, Geek Union, out of what do you think, lads?
For me, it'd probably be like 9.8, if anything.
Right.
Simply because the Krillitane CGI thing isn't all that great, but like with the whole like Tough and Claude, the werewolf, that actually looked really good.
Yeah.
But the Krillitane didn't match up to that. So, but apart from that, a really phenomenal episode.
Fair enough.
So,
That's fantastic. 2,000 out of 10 for some people. 9 out of 10. There's a couple of 9 out of 10s as well, which I think is a fair score. Because listen, it's not I can admit it's not a perfect episode. I would slightly disagree with Union. I thought the Krillitane held up compared to other CGI that we've seen, but maybe.
Oh, yeah.
But in fairness, 9.8 is high, but I would probably give it a 9 or a 10 myself, but I'm gonna go 10 for the simple fact I had K9 and I had Sarah Jane Smith in it, and the story was actually pretty good. And I love the music, so maybe I am being a bit biased, but I'm gonna give it a 10.
It's all for nostalgia.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think, and because obviously everybody has heard now by now how upset I got over the Timeless Children. That acting that I see now seems to be more elevated, and maybe I am, but no, this one is definitely a 9 or a 10. So I'm gonna give it. I'll go with the higher mark. So I'm gonna give it a 10. Super John.
I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, it's a real good episode. It's one of the best Tenants, especially in Series 2. And I mean, in that episode, you hope that Sarah Jane would actually travel with the Doctor for the rest of the season. I mean, that would have been great.
Yeah.
But then again, she got the Sarah Jane Adventures, so...
Yeah.
Colin, what would you give this story out of 10?
I'd rate it Sarah Jane Smith. Can't put figures on it.
There's a couple of 9s and a couple of 8s there. 8 infinity out of 10 says Problem Bin. I think Problem Bin was being criticised because, or being pulled up on the fact that he said he wouldn't rate Arton higher than 9 out of 10. And I think he did. Yes, he did. He gave it a 9 out of 10. But listen, it's good that he's able to go back on what he said, because he's even at the saying it there in the chat. I seen him. I was actually saying that this episode's after really getting to him. This is a really an emotional episode. And listen, before you watch it, you're probably saying to yourself, yeah, this is only a 7 or an 8. And then you watch it, and then you get
completely change your mind.
And then you change your mind. So 9 out of 10. Unknown gives it an eternity. 10 infinity. 10 out of 10 from Carl. Chris gives it a 9 out of 10 because I know what episode follows it. Yeah, and that is going to be that's I could even say before I even watched that episode, because it is one of my favorites in season 2. But that is a 10 for me already, even before I watch it. I love even when the horse starts following the Doctor around and all. And I love when
your mother
brings the banana to the party. I think I invented I'll always bring a banana to a party. Bananas are good. He brings out the banana. Brilliant. Yeah, it's 10 out of 10. K9, yeah, well, K9 was a highlight as well, and Sarah Jane Smith. Listen, we don't have to rate them because we already know we're going to give them 9s and 10s anyway. David Tennant gets a 10 for me. I thought I love when he plays a serious doctor. Supporting cast was perfect. I don't have many points, to be quite honest with you, with this.
Even the kids, even the kids were good, and let's be honest, a lot of the time, child actors can be
They can be very hit and miss.
Yes, that's hit and miss. Yes.
Oh, yeah, we did forget Daniel. How did we forget Daniel's rating? And nobody in the chat even said neither. Oh my God!
No, that's your fault.
We're just used to you ignoring Daniel.
You're just as bad as me. You in the chat. I'm only messing. Don't leave. I'm only joking. All right, Daniel, go ahead, mate. I'm sorry. I know we all got excited talking and.
Yeah, well, my rating is similar to problem beings of infinity attain simply because we've got Sarah Jane and K9 and it's just a brilliant and beautiful episode. So then it does kind of make you sad, for obvious reasons.
Actually, the Crystal has just gave her rating. Gives it a 7 out of 10. Pasta Salad gives it a 10. Problem being says deflection. No, LOL. No, I don't. No, don't be comparing me to a J-bot. That's what they do. Right, so let me see. Gary has to head off. Good night, Gary. Thanks for joining us. We really do enjoy these ones. As I said, I do have the trailer for Frontier in Space. I will drop it tomorrow. There's no rush on it, so I'll drop that tomorrow. And at some stage, I know I'll get a Girl in the Fireplace. So that will drop at some stage as well. Teddy,
you're going to get a trailer for
I want to ask for Teddy's
rating. A real Girl in the Fireplace.
Teddy, what do you think of? What did you think of? Everybody wants Teddy's rating. Come here, Teddy. I need to ask you something. Come here, buddy. Now, I want you to let everybody know. What did you think of School Reunion? Did you like School Reunion? You did? Yeah. Did you like K9? Yeah. Don't worry, when I get my camera back, you'll all get to see our favourite K9 again.
See, right? K9, even Teddy gets representation in K9.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. We represent. Yeah, that's it. Teddy is our little mascot. Isn't that right, buddy? Yeah. Everybody misses you. Do you know that? Now, that's what I mean. When the dog starts becoming more popular than the host of the show, I think it's time to hand over the show to the dog. So from tomorrow onwards, you will have a new host, Teddy.
Wasn't YouTube founded on cat videos anyway?
Don't mention cats to Ted. Don't mention cats to Ted. Right, guys. I think we're kind of done, but I'll let you all briefly give you our final thoughts on the episode. So we'll go around in order. So we'll start with Daniel, then Geek Union after Daniel's finished in Super John, and then we'll finish with Colin. And then we'll have a final thought for me, and then we will finish up for the night. What you talking about, Noel? Wasn't Teddy always the host? Yeah, he was. You're right. No, you're right. I'm just the puppet master. You're right. Everybody loves Ted. I'm starting to get a bit jealous of a fucking dog. Everybody wants Ted. Oh, where's Ted? It's not where's Noel. It's where's Ted? I go missing for a couple of days, and it's like, where's Ted? It's not. Where's Noel?
What you ought to do now, rename your channel to Teddy and Company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how many people, especially after this episode, actually get that reference.
That's it.
Yeah.
Great episode. Take care, all, and thanks, Noel. No problem, Dr. Dave. It's nice having you here. Me and the panel do always enjoy having guys here listening to us. Sometimes we do waffle on a bit, but then when we get down to it, everybody can see that everybody that accuses us of not being fans of this show, if they have to watch these streams, they would have different opinions. There's not there's no doubting. I mean, the grown men, and there's a couple of young people here in the chat as well. It's not just grown men, and as people would like you to think, we have a few women in here that all got emotional today. That's what it's all about. And when good Doctor Who episodes do that, wait till we get to Vincent and the Doctor, guys.
Oh,
boy.
These are all, listen, we're all going to be screwed. We'll need our man-sized tissues. We're not allowed to say that anymore, but I just wanted to say that. Man-sized tissues. We're going to have our man-sized tissues. And we're going to be crying like a bunch of little... Oh, you can't say little women anymore because you'll probably be accused of being sexist now. I don't know. They're trying to change my language. I can't even make the jokes that I make anymore because, like,
Crying like you've been peeling onions.
Yeah.
You can't accuse it of anything because it's a physiological reaction.
Oh, you can't say that either. See, I said snowflake. I've offended someone. Well, there you go. That's the TARDIS zone. TARDIS zone, wouldn't be be the TARDIS zone if the TARDIS zone wasn't offending some poor. Right. That's it. Right. We'll start off with Daniel. Daniel, your final thoughts on this episode. I mean, it is number one, but is there anything else you'd like to add that you didn't get to add during the stream?
Yeah, it was just really iconic, and it was the first time that I ever actually saw Sarah Jane on screen, and I knew there in the end after that episode that she was a great character, even though I never had any background in the language, and I'm so glad that after the success of this episode, she actually got her own spin-off as well, because I really adored that show as well. But yeah, still the Union's a fantastic episode.
Yeah, I know you're a huge fan of the Sarah Jane Adventures, actually. To me, shame, I have to admit it, I haven't watched it all. I've seen a couple of episodes here and there.
Shame on you, no.
But I have to be honest, it's something that I really have to, and I keep saying I'm going to watch, and I will eventually, don't get me wrong, I'll get around to it, but I'll have to watch it. But see, the thing about it is now that makes me not want to watch is the fact that I know that she's not, it ends and it doesn't get the ending that everybody probably wanted, and that's what kind of makes me not want to invest in it, because I know it's going to end. Because let's be honest, she'd still probably be playing Sarah Jane Smith now in this show if she was still around. There'd be no way they'd get rid of her.
Well, I was watching the extras yesterday for the Mind Robber, and Fraser Hines was saying exactly that. He was saying if they hadn't had to go, we wouldn't have any new because he and Patrick Troughton were having so much fun, they'd still be playing it. So it's obviously one of these things that if you get the right actors in it, fit the right actors, they just don't want to stop.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I don't think, and come here, if they even had considered getting rid of her after they cast Jodie Whittaker, right? Because obviously they didn't want another strong female out there. Guarantee you that wouldn't have flew with fans.
I would have been pissed off.
I'm telling you now, that would have really sent the fans over the edge. There's no way that Doctor Who fans would stand by, and especially fans of the Sarah Jane event would allow that to happen. I wonder what she would have. I don't know. Would she have been okay with a female doctor?
I don't think so. I think she'd have despised this era.
I know John Pertwee would have been furious with it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, well, yeah, because we do know that he was very set in his ways, though.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make him, you know, as you know, they tried to cancel him, as you know, last year, but that didn't work. He saps. But what you call it? I mean, yeah, he does have his views, and you know, I agree with him though. You know, I don't. It hasn't worked, and you know, Tom Baker said the same thing, and I know nobody, and I know these fans wouldn't dare go after Tom Baker because Tom Baker, Peter Davison, they did, but you don't go after Tom Baker. Tom Baker's a different kettle of fish altogether, and these fans would never go after Tom Baker, right? But he said it. He said it. He said if it doesn't work, she goes. It's nicely. He said if it doesn't go, you sack her, basically. You don't continue with her. It hasn't worked. Right? So it's failed. Right? It's not all her fault, right? But it's failed. So she has to go.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Right, let's move on. Geek Union. Is there anything else you didn't get to add about this school reunion that you'd like to add now?
Well, like everyone has said, the music was phenomenal. I was actually going to wear my K9 t-shirt for this stream, but it's currently in the wash. Two scenes I really like was the whole swimming pool scene with Mr. Finch.
Yeah.
And the very end scene with Sarah Jane when he's like, goodbye.
Yeah,
and even to this day, it still gives me teary-eyed.
It does, because that's what... Do you know what, Geek Union? I have to say this. This is what I love about Russell Ting. He truly understood, and his team, because they have to get credit too. They truly understood the characters that they were writing. He knew how to character develop. He knew, you know. I mean, we only get, for a perfect example, we get introduced to Jackie, right? And she gets little pieces here and there, but she doesn't really get much character development in Series 1. But by Series 2, she starts by the time we get past this, then this is where Jackie and all starts. This is what he's good at. He's able to build these characters up, and then we get attached to them, right? And then when something happens to them, we truly care, or if something has affected them, we're with them because he knows how to write emotion. He knows how to build characters. And I think that's why Russell T's era will always stand out that little bit more than Moffat's, because he understood everybody that he was writing.
Yeah.
Four fans.
Yeah. Anything else, Geek Union, you want to add? That scene, obviously, I do agree with you. I think that's one of the best scenes in it. I love that whole conversation in the swimming pool with Mr. Finch. Is there anything else that stood out?
Just an overall great episode. And for anyone who hasn't seen the My Sarah Jane, a tribute to Elizabeth Sladen.
It's a really good documentary.
Yeah, then be sure to go and check that out. It's really emotional. And yeah, that's all I got to say.
Right. We go with Super John. Super John.
I thought it was one of the best episodes of Series 2. I mean, it really cemented the fact that this was actually Doctor Who, and it connected to the classic series.
Yeah.
With Elizabeth Sladen coming back, and also K9 being woven into the story. I mean, when I watched it for the first time, I was kind of blown away by it. The fact that David Tennant, you know, it was like he was a total fanboy, as we know that he grew up with the series and that, and he loved playing the Doctor, and he kind of hoped that he would one day become the Doctor, and and then it was like all his fantasies coming to life in that episode. I mean, getting to meet Sarah Jane, and then getting to meet Canine again, and I mean it's really one of the episodes that you can that makes his Doctor shine. That he is an extension of all the other Doctors as well, and it really kind of gels it together.
Yeah.
Sorry, just put my computer back up on its table because I was sitting on my gaming chair. My back is hurting me.
Oh my God.
I spent too much time on that gaming chair. But yeah, I mean, RTD. Listen, for me, even RTD's era is probably the best era. When season 1 to 4, his specials I wasn't a big fan of. I think he overstayed his welcome, to be honest, and I think he knows that himself. Waters of Mars, he did give us Waters of Mars, and I did like the Dead Planet, but I didn't like the two-parter.
The Planet of the Dead.
I like Planet of the Dead, but I didn't like the two-parter. What was the two-parter?
End of time.
End of time. Yeah, I didn't like all that. Did like the scenes between Wilf and the Doctor. I thought they were the most emotional.
Yeah.
And again, Russell T. Again with the amount, he's just very good. I don't think Moffat ever quite got there, except with the scene with Amy saying goodbye to the Matt Smith's Doctor, where she goes Raggedy Man. I think that was the only time in a Stephen Moffat era episode where I literally truly broke down.
Yeah, the tears were rolling down my face because that was really emotional. I mean, seeing Karen Gillan as Amy Pond walking down the stairs in the TARDIS. He was imagining this, and he was kind of reflecting back in the first time he met her in that, and met her as a child as well. I mean, it was really touching, and Raggedy Man, Good Night. I mean, that's when I started crying. Because, I mean, that was something.
That's what I mean. It's just, that's why I always say it. Russell T out of New Who's era is my favorite era, because he just gets so many things right on so many different levels. Like Rabbi even said it, serious too. This is the serious where the confidence goes through the roof. There's a little bit of arrogance about him, but it's a good arrogance. It's an arrogance that they're confident within themselves and they know they can produce decent Doctor Who now. Because even Jordan, he even talks about the night that it actually went live and all. He was terrified. He didn't know how the public was going to react to this. And then obviously when the ratings came in, he was obviously over the moon. He knew that then he had hit a chord with the audience, and he just knew how to suck us all in, and he knew how to suck in the general public. He did it very well. Moffat did it as well up to a point. You know, he went a bit more fairy tale with his era. That's what I call it, the fairy tale era. But still, he still managed to bring in an audience, and a newer audience, newer fans. The problem is that the ones that stayed around for Russell T maybe kind of backed off a little bit because they didn't like, obviously, the fairy tale stuff. Like a lot of us don't, but you know, Moffat got better. Let's be honest, he did. Moffat's problem for me was he'd start something epic. It was a bit of the middle wouldn't be too bad, but then the ending would just leave you wanting more, because he would never, you know, he'd always leave a lot more questions. Now, in fairness to him, he did try, and I'll always give him credit for that. He did actually try to answer all of these questions, but you know, you're never going to be able to when you try to overcomplicate things like he did. But that's why I like RTD's era so much more better, because it was simpler. But yeah, you had those hidden messages in it. You still had to figure stuff out, but at the same time, it wasn't so hard that the general public would know what was going on. And This is what's missing from Chibnall's era as well. The public don't know what the hell's going on, including the fans. The only ones that seem to get what's going on is these newer fans. And I'm telling you now, I'm not having that shit because they're not. Everything has to be explained to them on screen. Listen, when I watched the current era Doctor Who, I don't want everything explained on the screen to me like he did for those fans. If you need things explained to you, well, then you're watching the wrong show.
Yeah.
Go and watch Teletubbies or something. They're aliens. Go on. That's easy enough for you to understand, right? That's your level of show. Teletubbies, yeah? Doctor Who is ours where we actually have to use our brains, yeah? We don't want things explained to us, yeah? We can figure this shit out ourselves, yeah? And also, we don't want the Time Lord's origins to be revealed because, you know, you kind of ruined the whole premise, you know. The Time Lords have always been a bit of a mystery. We've always gotten little snippets. We've been happy with that. But now you're telling us that you know, a woman for Gallifrey tortured. No, not tortured, but murdered multiple times and experimented. And by the way, for anybody who said, but you didn't say that. You didn't say that. She didn't murder the child on the screen. In the very first part of that, you actually see her injecting the child's neck. So yes, they did show the child being murdered on screen because after the child was injected, what happened? The first regeneration, because she fell the first time and regenerated. The second regeneration happened. So don't be telling me that she didn't murder anybody. She did, but they're okay with that, by the way. These fans have no problem with that because apparently, according to them, well, it explains why the Doctor ran away and explains why the Doctor hates his people so much. But they're not his people.
Didn't they say the Doctor forgot anyway?
Was tortured. The Doctor was tortured, so they're not his people. So don't be even going to, it doesn't explain shit. That's why I'm going to be doing this Watchalong article tomorrow with Rabbi, because apparently this article is supposed to explain everything, but apparently there's a big gaping hole in the yoke that they've brought up that actually proves that the Timeless Children's a load of balls and doesn't fit into canon. So me and Rabbi will have his own video on it, right? I'll probably will myself at some stage, but me and Rabbi will be doing a stream on it tomorrow, and we will take some of your calls.
The whole thing about Doctor Who was it was to be called Doctor Who. We're not supposed to know about the Doctor's origins. I mean that came later on with the Time Lords, but
but apparently we don't know the Doctor's origins because remember, Tiktum found the child abandoned. Remember, this child's a refugee, so to them, that's how they're able to actually justify this. Well, we still don't know where the Doctor lives because the Doctor was found abandoned and brought back to Gallifrey. So, but then it ruins the whole argument where the Doctor ran away from his people because his people were evil. Well, no, because they're not his people. So which is it? Oh my God, these people contradict themselves so many times, it's unbelievable. The Timeless Children, whether you like it or not, does not fit into canon. And you cannot fit a square piece into a round hole. It doesn't happen. You can't make it happen. Okay? For that to happen, you have to actually cut a square, which means you have to change things. This is the example I'm using. So for the Timeless Children to work, Chris Chibnall has to ignore certain things that happened in the show. But you will never be able to do that because fans like us will always bring it up. Well, you can't just ignore that. And you can't. And if he tries to explain these things, it's not going to be able to be explained because that's not what the original people that had these ideas were thinking. I mean, even when they all came out and they says that they were using Cartnell's master plan, and they were told out straight that they weren't, their little faces died. The little faces died because they were banking on that. Oh, well, we have yous now. Yeah, because if Cartnell says it is, then you can't say that anymore. Sorry, you can use all the theories you want. This doesn't fit, right? And if it doesn't fit, it doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, then you get the trouble that you're in now. All right? The best thing to do is for YouTubers out there that have been praising this crap, or YouTubers out there that don't like this serious but haven't been as militant as me, you guys need to come out and speak up now. You need to speak up and say that this timeless children's story arc, this origins story arc, is a load of rubbish. You don't even have to be militant as me, but you could certainly call it out. And this is why I give out about you, because you won't call it out. Some of you have said that you don't actually like the show, you don't like the way it's written, but instead of complaining, and he's give out about me complaining, you would rather just sit back and say nothing. Well, I'm sorry, that's not good enough. Right? If you come out and said something, you put pressure on people, don't you? And then maybe we can get something sorted out. But no, you sit back on the fence. I'm sick of people sitting on the fence. This is rubbish, and you know it is. So please start coming out and adding your voice to the conversation. I know you don't like me the way I do things on my channel. I don't give a crap anyway, right? Whether you like me or not, right? If you have the same opinion that you don't think this series is good enough, well, then you should be you should be coming out and saying something and not sitting on the fence. I'm sick of all these YouTubers that criticize me, but yes, say they don't like the show themselves. Well, come out and say something then.
They're scared, Noel.
I know they are.
They're scared of what the J-Bots are going to do.
When we see what happens to me, yeah, I don't blame them. But listen, ignore them now. I'm ignoring them now. They're a bunch of clowns. What can them clowns do? They tried to cancel me last week. I'm still here. Right? They're doing little joke videos. I've got a new nickname. I'm Quasimodo. Brilliant. I'll embrace it, you little twats. Do you think I care? I'm here 2 years, as I said. I'm not going anywhere. And I tell you, if the show continues to be bad, I will continue to criticize. As soon as the show starts being good, you will hear me praise the show. And by the way, I'm sick of this whole rhetoric as well. Well, you don't like arting about this era. Yeah, there is a couple of things I do like about the era. I do like the outside of the TARDIS. I did think Graham O'Brien had potential, but we see not where that all went. I thought Tolson Cole in Series 11 wasn't too bad. Series 12, he didn't look like he gave a crap. I thought Spyfall Part 1 was actually pretty okay. Considering I did lower my standards, it was still an okay episode. Compared to an RTD or a Moffat episode, it's mediocre. But still, compared to anything that we got so far from the Chibnall era, Spyfall Part 1 was okay. All the goodwill was run by Spyfall Part 2. And the fact that the Doctor actually got rid of the Master's perception filter. Remember, this new Master is obviously a person of Indian descent, and in Nazi-occupied France, she had no problem of getting rid of that perception filter. This is the kind of Doctor. This is not the Doctor. Even certain things that's written the way it's written, this is not the Doctor, right? Then we get to Orphan 55, and then any goodwill that was still left from any fan, it was gone by that episode. Orphan 55 is where it killed it then for a lot of people then, and then after that then it became a total utter pile of crap.
All actors that had taken on the role of the Doctor, I mean, they went back to look at old DVDs and videos of Doctor Who, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, whoever, or Patrick Troughton, and they looked in how they could actually adapt to play the role. But with Jodie Whittaker, she didn't do that.
Jim apparently told her not to, didn't he?
Yeah, listen, she was told. And listen, here's the thing, though, that I've always said, right? And I get criticised for this, but I'm sorry, I don't give a crap, right? Do you think Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, or any of those great actors, or even the great Meryl Streep, I think the actress with the most Oscars of all time of any female star, Meryl Streep, right? Do you think if she, right, as good of actors and actresses they are, right? They get a role, right? And say there's books out there for that role, right? They say the movie they're doing is based on the book, and the director says, "Listen, Meryl, we're doing this movie, right? But we basically don't want you to do any research. We just want you to read off the script, And she's like, well, listen, no disrespect to her, and Oscar winner here, by the way. I think I should do some research because it might help me understand the character, understand the role, so I can get into the right frame of mind to be able to give it the true attention that it deserves. And when I portray it on screen and people can see that I've put the effort in and that I know what I'm doing, right?
But no,
That's what an actress, any good actor or actress would do. The fact that she didn't do any of that, right? The fact that she didn't even say that to our boss, right? Who's supposed to be also our best friend. So if anything, it would have been easier for Jodie Whittaker, right? The fact that she didn't, that's why I can't stand her. Because she didn't do the research. And she should have, even when she was told not to. Now, I do know she did the David Pretend podcast, and she did say that she did, and then she got frightened and scared and all that crap, right? You shouldn't have come out and said that either. And that doesn't look. That's not a good look for fans that are listening. Oh, so you were scared playing a role that you're now playing. Well, you're not good enough. Simple as that. And that's me problem.
no,
It's
the
not
thing is,
only that. No, I mean,
Dr. Karen doesn't.
Oh, sorry.
So Dr. Karen doesn't have characteristics. Doesn't have character. None of these SJW's favourites do. All they have is characteristics. They have no character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. I'll have to finish up, guys. What have we got? Ray.
I don't get to give any final thoughts then.
Ray just said school reunion. He gives it a 10 out of 10. I watched it over a dozen times since its broadcast. Yeah, it's one of those, like Vincent and the Doctor. It's one of those episodes that you'll watch over and over again, even though you know by the end of it you're going to be a teary mess and all over the place. But it is one of those. Right, lads, I have to finish up now. So what I'll do is I'll let you all, if you have that up and coming on your channel, give your channels a bit of a plug there. And yeah, so we'll start with you, Daniel. Daniel, if you're at
well, not specific to in my channel, but I'm on the on its channel on Friday for a chat about Doctor Who and Big Finish. Then I'm back on Big on its channel again on Saturday for a streamer on Christopher Eccleston's Doctor, and then I'm back here with you for the Girl on the Fireplace. But I'll be back on my channel next week. All goes according to plan.
That's fantastic, Daniel. And don't forget to check out all those streams that Daniel will be on, guys. Geek Union, have you got anything up and coming on your channel, mate? I know you've been doing a few reviews lately. Is there anything you're excited to tell everybody about?
Might do a live stream probably in a couple of days about like cancel culture and everything. So yeah, if you want to come and join me on that, then you're very welcome.
Nice one. Send me an invite. I'll definitely join that one. Yeah, you know me, cancel culture stream. I'm your man.
Awesome.
You can let me loose on your channel. Trust me, it'll be amazing.
Yes, it will.
Right, Grant. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Right, well, go and check out that stream with Geek Union. It'll be on his channel, and obviously, as you have heard there, I will be guesting. So I'm sure he'll pull a few more out of the bag. We'll help you with guests if you need a few guests as well. We can grab in a few. We'll make a big one. So yeah, check that one out. That'll be good. And he does do reviews as well, by the way. So I've been checking out a few of these review videos. Go and check them out, man. I'm telling you, support all these. And Chris has put your channel up there, and Daniel's channel is up there as well. Go and Geek Union. Problem Being says he'll join in that chat as well. That's fantastic. There you go.
Awesome.
So there, see, this is the wonderful thing about this community. You know, other YouTubers doing streams, they happen to be on here, they announce a stream, and then, you know, the guests are willing to come on. This is what's brilliant about it. So yeah, Super John, and you have a channel, do you?
Yes, I do have a channel, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it now, but probably upload something or make a video or something like that.
You should get
Review
involved.
something.
You know, I mean, especially with the basic package on StreamYard. You
Yeah.
should at least, you know, you could do a half an hour video or something and even upload it, you know, because you can do pre-records also on StreamYard, which I forgot to add. You don't have to actually do a live. You can actually do a pre-record and then you upload it onto your computer, and then you can obviously hold on, I got sent a video. Oh, the legacy of Doctor Who. So Clipper on the chat here just sent me a tweet and asked me to have a look at it. And it's the Doctor Who theme, Legacy of the Doctor. It's actually on YouTube if you just want to check that out. They said it's very emotional, so I'm gonna actually check it out myself as well after this stream. So it's called Legacy of the Doctor. It's a Doctor Who theme. Go and check it out. It's on YouTube. Thanks for that, Clipper, and welcome. And I see Ray is here as well. Ray, thank you for joining in the chat as well. We're just about to finish up. Colin, have you got I forget. I keep asking you. You don't have a YouTube channel. Have you any plans to launch a YouTube channel? Because
I can never think of anything you could do. But I'll tell you what, I actually worked out when you're talking earlier on. I'll tell you my favourite bit about this. In fact, my favourite thing about the whole new Who season is that 1 minute where Sarah goes down into the basement, sees the TARDIS, comes back out, knows the Doctor standing over her shoulder, and then the one thing that best, I don't know if you call it one single line up, but best bit, which is I can't believe it's you. And then you hear Mickey scream, and just like that, she clicks back. 30 years drop away. She goes, okay, now I can believe it. But I tell you said earlier on, I worked out, I know what it is that Chimble's ear is missing. I can sum it up in 2 words. Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. It's missing everything Doctor Who.
No, you're right. Spot on. You're right. That's what it is missing. It's not. Look at they can call this Doctor Who all they want. It ain't. You watch School Reunion, Vincent and the Doctor, stories like that, and then you look at your sci-fi stories as well, and then you look at the ones where they do address certain messages. You know, the issues. They do address issues in RTD's era, but to do it within the confines of the show. And this is what I've always said. If you want to do a message on climate change, fine, but do it within the confines of the show. Don't make the message front and center. You can put the message in, but do it subtly, but people will get the message. You don't need the Doctor to basically look at the camera, talk down the camera at the audience, and basically tell them how bad they are for not recycling. That's not how you do it.
Science fiction's been doing that since someone called Mary Frankenstein invented the flipping genre.
Yeah.
Look at H.G. Wells. Look at Jules Verne.
Yeah.
When you said about I'm not on my own street, but if we can sort something out, hopefully I might be going on with Valkyries, with Purple Lady and Sammy Joe and Lockie's the Valkyries, to do some chats about history rather than science fiction. Because I've finished popping there early morning with the Valkyrie stream at some point, hopefully.
That's fantastic, man. Listen, you should all get out there. The ones that even pop on my stream that don't have YouTube channels, get out there. Seriously, do your own thing. The more people we have talking, and listen, you don't always have to talk about Doctor Who either. This channel is going to be doing other stuff now. That's why I want to do this new show with Rabbi. We're going to be talking about other things. And also, I want to do a lot more talk about stuff that's actually happening in Hollywood as well. You know, with
that'd be a good
Yeah, with a bit of, every week do something that's, a weekly show. We talk about the latest Hollywood news, the biggest stories and stuff like that. That's what I want to do on this channel now. I want to kind of move away from the new this era of Doctor Who and concentrate more on other stuff until Doctor Who comes back to a point where we're able to watch again. But I still will be certainly doing Doctor Who on it. We still will be covering, obviously, Doctor Who news, but it won't be front and center anymore. I want to do different things. It's not that I'm moving away from Doctor Who. I'm not, because we're still doing the classic and we're still doing New Who, and I still will do the Doctor Who news that comes out. But I want to do other things and expand the channel. It's still going to be called the TARDIS Zone, but the TARDIS Zone doesn't mean that listen, what did they say about the TARDIS? It's bigger on the inside, which means we will do a lot more stuff, basically. So we're going to branch out and do other stuff as well. And we will be doing movie watch-alongs as well, streams. We will be discussing movies. We'll be doing top 10 lists and all this. Well, I've got loads of plans for this channel. Me and Rabbi, as you see, Rabbi has already started his kind of movie vault thing. We're going to be joining them for Blazing Saddles, actually, for that one.
Gotta watch that again.
It's a pre-record, so I think I'll do that with him on Wednesday. So listen, there's going to be loads of variety on everybody's channel. Daniel has his big finish and then be doing other stuff as well. And I do advise you all that, especially the ones that are covering Doctor Who. I see Blue Bonnet is also branching out as well and doing different little things on both channels. That's fantastic. Keep doing that. We have to broaden it. I can't stay stuck in the Doctor Who universe, is what I'm trying to say. Right now, Doctor Who is not everybody's favorite subject. I'm even getting criticism now on Facebook when I put up a stream. What's the point? Here's people saying to me, like, we don't care. There's the genuine, and it hurts. It hurts. It doesn't hurt that they don't want to watch me streams. It hurts that people don't care anymore. It genuinely does. I'm hurt that I don't care anymore. Because I should, but I can't. I can't. This era is just
Well
not.
done, Chibi.
Well, yeah, exactly. And all your fans, you've done it. You've made us hate Doctor Who. That's what you wanted. You've made us fall out of love with Doctor Who. Right?
Yeah,
obviously not for what came before, because I'll never fall out of love with that. But you nearly did ruin that for me as well. But I'm glad I'm doing this because it made me realise how much I love it, how much I miss it. Because I do. I miss it. I miss Doctor Who. We all do. And
well, no, in 2005, I mean, we had a shop called Woolworths.
yeah,
Woolworths, and it sold every single Doctor Who figure, loads of Daleks, loads of K9s, loads of everything, and they were from floor to ceiling, and no kidding.
Yeah.
And you could go in there, you could buy them. I mean, what do you get now? You only get them in B&Ms, and they're not circulated all around the place.
Yeah. By the way, that team is by Perry Chan, apparently. Perry Chan is a very talented. Nice to see him gaining subs. And Chris has put his YouTube channel up in the chat. So if you want to, I'm going to check it out right after this stream as well. So I'm actually very curious to see. Someone actually did mention Perry Chan to me and actually said to me, why don't you go to Perry Chan? They might be able to do a team for your channel. I think that's the person someone was talking to me about. Damn, the one that I was sent, the one that they did, if it's the same person, was absolutely fantastic. Oh my god, it was something. It had the Doctor Who music in it, but whatever which way they did it, was like as if they flipped it. I don't know. It's like we flipped it din. That wasn't kind of the main part. It was the other part that was the main part. But then the music kicks in. It was brilliant. Telling you, there's some theme tunes out there that are being made by fans that are so much better than the one that we actually have now. It's a shame.
Yeah.
I think Az mentioned Perry Chan as well recently.
Yeah, there you go. So this person seems to be very popular. So go over and check them out. Right, guys, I'm going to head off. But listen, I want to say to you all in the panel, thank you very much for joining me tonight.
Oh, no bother, no.
No problem, no.
We will see
Yeah,
you all.
yeah.
Same panel. We'll see you all again next Sunday for the Girl at the Fireplace.
Yeah, that's good.
So you have a whole week now. If you want to watch it a couple of times and take down a few notes, if you want to, like, there's plenty of time to
Oh,
actually.
great homework.
If you I'm just saying, if you want
Going
to,
back to school days.
if you actually want to do a little bit of homework,
We've just done school reunion.
well, there you go. For school reunion, it would have made more sense.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you want to, you don't have to. We can do it the way we do it. People enjoy it anyway. But if you just want to write down a couple of notes, something that you just want to highlight within the episode that you really liked or didn't like, even better. But listen, folks, thanks for joining me. Daniel, pleasure having you on, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem, man. You enjoy the rest of your week. Geek Union, you too. Thanks for joining me, mate.
No problem, Noel. Anytime.
Super John. I
No
don't know
problem,
whether you're
no.
Scottish, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Is it because you're Scottish? It is, isn't it?
Well, yeah, in a way, yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, well, we have to do a Titanic.
The Irish and the Scots were super.
A Titanic stream sometime.
Yeah. Right. So Super John. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because he's Scottish. We'll just leave it at that. The Irish are the
Yeah.
That's it. Forget about you.
Scots
English
rule the
folk.
world.
Forget about you English folk. Boo. Money best. And Colin, it's been a pleasure. The English longbowman. I wouldn't like to be actually hit with a long bow, to be honest with you.
Don't worry about the longbow. The longbow's not the problem. It's what I'm shooting out of it that's the
Yeah,
problem.
the arrow, exactly, yeah.
And I am still allowed to use one of these without a license.
And I've seen those things in action. Seriously, I used to actually go down the countryside. They used to teach us how to bow an arrow. So I'm actually not pretty bad with a bow, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I do it. Unfortunately, I've had a chance to do anything to bloody bug.
Yeah, I know.
I should have been doing shows most of the last 2 months.
Mm.
I should have been all over the place. But
Well, look, we're getting back to some normality, whether it's a good idea or not. I think it's a mad idea, but that's just my opinion. But we'll see what happens anyway. Everything is starting to get back to normal, so we'll see how long it lasts. And, all I would say to you guys out there, personally speaking, if any of you is taking me seriously, I would say I reckon we're back in lockdown in mid to late September. So what I would say to you is while you actually have a little bit of time and a little bit of freedom, as they say, when you do your weekly shopping, just add a little bit extra to your weekly shopping. Just stock up, but don't go overboard. Because I'm being honest with you, this second wave is coming, whether people like it or not. And we don't know how bad it's going to be. But judging by what's happened when people have opened up, it's not looking too good. But that's just my personal opinion, right? I'm not forcing anybody. I'm not going to say wear a mask. You don't want to fine with yours. I'm going to wear one because I don't want anybody to get sick. And I certainly don't want to get sick myself. So I'm going to take every precaution.
But you'll be safe from you'll be safe from a second wave as long as you've been protesting for a good cause.
Yeah. Exactly. We won't get into that though, because you know what'll happen. You'll have to get enough balls.
In Scotland.
We'll just leave at that. I don't want to be. Listen, I've tried to avoid as much as politics as I can, but I have been kind of sucked in a little bit. But no, not anymore. I'm keeping out of it. It's nothing to do with me. It doesn't affect me. But what I will say is this. The sooner all the issues around the world are sorted, the better, because then we can get back to some sort of normality. Everybody being nice to each other, it'll be great. That's the vision I have for everybody. So I don't think that's racist in any way. I don't think that's excluding anybody. I just want the world to be a better place for everybody. And I hope this bug goes away and there's a vaccine so we can get back to normal life. So when I'm watching football, I'm not watching a stadium empty. I'm watching the poor footballers having to play in a stadium, because they do live for the fans, just like we live for them. And I miss that. Even though the football is on, it's not the same, but I am enjoying it, I have to admit it. But I would love to see everything go back to normal. But we'll have to wait until there's a vaccine, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But with that, I will say this: stay safe, look after yourselves, folks, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. And we'll have plenty tomorrow. Phone-ins tomorrow. We're going to do them early. We're going to be on early, probably be 7 o'clock. Early stream. I'm going to change the times on Twitter because, this time slot seems to be better for everybody because people in America and people in Europe as well can watch at the same time. So this seems to be the nice time slot. So we'll have phone-ins tomorrow. So if anybody wants to take part in the phone-ins, Daniel, it's okay. I already know you're going to ring in, so you don't have to say that. You can already see your face, pal. It's grand. I always told you if I brought it back here, and you're going to be first caller as well, so don't worry.
Yes.
So Daniel, because he was one of my first callers the last time we did it, so it's only right that he becomes the first caller when we do it again. So Daniel will be first caller tomorrow. So I hope you'll have a question for me and the panel tomorrow.
Well, we always do.
Yeah, we will be talking about that article, the Time with Children article. So if there's anything you want to ask about that, you can go ahead. All right. So you all know, people that have been with me, you know how to get in touch with me for the phone-ins. If you want to take part, drop your name in the usual place. Let me know, and I'll write your name down on the list. Normally what happens is that when I do a phone-in, the stream goes up an hour beforehand. People come into the chat, and the people that want to phone in will let me know in the chat as well. So if you don't get to hear from me tonight, don't panic, right? You can always let me know again in the chat, because you know what I'm like. I'm a bit of an airhead. People sending me emails and messages and all, and they say, have you looked at it? It says, oh, Jesus, sorry, I forgot. I was actually about to go in and I got distracted. That's what happens, man. Someone will send me an email, say, oh, read me email, right? And I say, yeah, I'll get to it. And then someone will start on me on Twitter or something. And then you know what happens then, don't just, I get consumed. But not anymore. I've just been blocking the idiots now. Because, at this stage, right, this is where I stand with all the nonsense on Twitter. I don't care what you all say about me anymore, to be quite honest. I'm not going to sit here and say that it has never got to me. Of course it has. I'm human. But the bottom line is this, right? I have my own opinions. Yous have your opinions on me. That's fine. But I've got an audience, and an audience that have stuck behind me 100% throughout this whole nonsense. Nobody for 1 second believed anything. The thing about it is that there was no evidence ever provided. It was all hearsay. And if you're going to accuse someone of bullying, you better have hard evidence to back that up. Now, for anybody that thinks that I have forgotten, and I want to bring this up because this is important, just in case the other side think that I've forgotten about everything and that was an idle threat. I am still in the process of getting all of this sorted. I have been to the police, like I said I was going to. They need me to do stuff now, which I am doing. This will take a little bit longer than I thought, but it will be sorted out. I am getting down to the bottom of these fake accounts. Now, I have noticed and I have been told that a lot of these people that were trolling have changed their names on their accounts and all. That's not going to make a difference. You are not going to hide from the law. If you thought for 1 second that we're going to get away with bullying me and making false accusations against this channel and myself, you are sadly mistaken. The Tartar Zone and myself and everybody that has been with me have seen all the stuff that I've had to put up with for over 2 years. So if you think a bunch of little muppets like you are going to suddenly get me off YouTube and Twitter by your pathetic little videos and comments and taking clips of streams that I've done without actually putting the whole stream up. You shouldn't take what you want, right? But people still think these are rules. And fortunately for me, I've gained subscribers. and you have earned me a shit ton of money. Now, the reason why I bring it up is the money part. The reason why I bring up the money part is because I want to let you know that every time that you attack me, I'm making money off you guys, right? And the reason why I'm telling you is because I hope you actually cop on and say, well, we are actually supporting now, so maybe we should leave him alone if he's had common sense. The more you keep attacking me, the more money I keep making. So, you know, all I'm saying is that you're wasting your time. 2 years later on YouTube, and I'm still here. Nobody won, by the way. You're celebrating as if people won. You've won nothing. Won nothing. Apparently, my Twitter account was going to be taken down. It's still up. Apparently, my YouTube channel was going to be mass flagged. It was going to be taken down. It's still up. He's lost. Then he's resorted to a pathetic little hashtag to send me a message, and other YouTubers that had a problem. Trended at 28. If we really wanted to, we could get a Twitter hashtag tweeting tomorrow, and I can guarantee you we'd get it into the top 10. See, the problem is, you might have the loudest voice right now, but you are a small minority of people. The fandom menace has millions of fans. Now, if the other YouTubers was to ask their followers to trend a hashtag, trust me, 28 is nothing. We could probably even push it further and get it number 1, right? So if you think your hashtag was to send a message of how powerful you were, it was a pathetic attempt. You aren't powerful whatsoever. You are a vocal minority that do have a little bit of power behind you with the people that support you. But other than that, you don't have the real fandom. You don't have those 7 million households that walked away, and you certainly don't have us backing you. So right now, you might think you are winning because Jodie Whittaker is going nowhere, but she will go. She will go, and you haven't won anything. All you have succeeded in doing is destroying the show, and you are responsible, along with Chris Chibnall and everybody else that's part of that show. You are responsible because you guys support it. We don't support it because it's not Doctor Who. So, as I said, you aren't going to run away from me. Everybody that bullied me and that was responsible, and that person that started all this will have their comeuppance. Because I am not letting this go. And I just want to make it clear, just in case that person thinks everything is okay, I'm letting you know I'm not letting it go. You're not going to go around and accuse me of stuff like that and think you can get away with it. Right? I'm done. Right? I'm going to stand up for myself, stand up for my channel, and stand up for this fandom once and for all. Right? You aren't getting me off these platforms, and dirty tactics you are using. Right? And that's all you can resort to. All hearsay. Everybody could see on Twitter that it was all hearsay, but yeah, there was a good few gobshites, and that's what they are. Gobshites that believed you, and it was hearsay. So yeah, those Twitter accounts are going to be investigated. I've been told what to do by the Gardaí. So I've contacted Twitter. I've gotten in touch. I've sent emails. So I should get a response this week. There's a couple of things they need me to do, ask Twitter to do. And once that's done, then back to them then, and then I get the ball rolling. The ball is rolling. And I'm going to find out who's behind these accounts. Well, I'll definitely find out that the IP address is not in Ireland. And I'll definitely find out. That's what I'm trying to find. I'm going to prove it once and for all that the IP address doesn't come from Ireland. That it's not me. And anybody that knows me knows that that's not the tactic I use. I have a problem with you. I come to you. I don't hide behind fake accounts. I'm well capable of. People know what I'm like in this fandom. That's why some avoid me. Right? If I've got a problem with you, I'll come to you yourself. I don't hide behind accounts. So, as I said, I'm getting down to the bottom of this once and for all, because I want to clear my name. I want to clear my name because I'm not going to be accused of bullying some girl that I never actually even bullied. Right? End of. And I didn't. right? Imagine this all happened from last year because I put a couple of tweets up that I actually censored her name, but she outed herself and she told her fans that I was bullying her. Yeah, and they all bought that crap. They all bought that crap. They did, and then this is why this is still going on, right? Same thing, right? So again, you know, as I said, I censored those tweets. She outed herself, and then I get the stick. It's my fault. The way these people think just bloody blows my mind. She outed herself. What does people not get? Outed herself. So I'm going to clear my name. And I know it won't make a difference to the other side, to be quite honest with you. But you know what? It'll just show. It doesn't matter. I will show all you guys what they're capable of doing. Obviously, I'm not going to find out exactly who's behind this, but I will be able to find out the IP. I have to probably hand over my computer, whatever device they need. They can have everything. I have nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. So I'm going full hog with this because I want me justice. Right? I gave the person plenty of opportunities to come and apologize. But obviously deaf ears. So, you know, and thanks to everybody that has supported me because you know it has been difficult, even though I have been strong during this time. We also had issues with my family, with me mother. So I have been dealing with a lot. But you guys, as I said, you have been there from day one, supporting me through all of this nonsense. And even the guys that were with me last year that actually know the full situation with this person. Yeah. Which Daniel does as well. This is why a lot of people came out straight away, like Lee, and defended me because they know the situation from last year. So this is going on from last year, right? So there's clearly something. And that hashtag was in response to me, Gary Ballstreck, and anybody else that has been criticising Doctor Who. But as I said, if we really wanted to, but we know hashtags don't do crap. And by the way, we did get Hartnell first trending. You probably want to check that out and see how high that got. So if you want to know how much power the Fandom Menace actually have, and by the way, I am a member of the Fandom Menace. The Fandom Menace isn't just a Star Wars thing like some of you fans actually thought. No. Anybody that fights against the destruction of pop culture, whether it's Doctor Who, Ghostbusters, Star Wars, Star Trek, is all under the banner the Fandom Menace. So no, we are small parts of a bigger piece. So we're all in it together. So if you want to, trust me, the Fandom Menace has made huge changes. You really want to see the power. We could kill this whole thing if we want. Well, we are killing it. Everybody is tuning out. Nobody's coming back for Series 13. Nobody's coming back for this special. It's done. You guys will not be able to sustain this show on its own. And, you know, you're celebrating little victories. Go ahead. We'll win the war. We were always going to win. That was the problem. And you know what? We didn't want to. We just wanted Doctor Who to be Doctor Who. But you obviously wanted it to be something else. And it's not Doctor Who anymore. So, yeah, use all the dirty tactics you want. Threaten to kill me. Don't care. Tell me to die. Don't care. Call me Quasimodo. Don't care. You know, you think I wasn't called that before. So what? As I've said before, I was involved in 2 accidents. One with a bus, another one with a car. You know, of course I was injured in that. So if you want to slag the fact that I have injuries and, you know, that I have a disability that I don't harp on about, then fine, fair enough. Be the scumbag that you are, you know, because that's all you are, scumbag. You know, it's quite disgusting, to be quite honest. But I'm not surprised because these are the same people that slag people in wheelchairs and stuff. So you know, I'm not surprised, you know, that you'd go that low, you know. And as I said, you could do as many little videos as you want to try belittle me. What's happening is people are actually coming onto my channel, they're checking my channel out, and then like I've actually had a few comments. There's someone giving out about you on Twitter, but I decided to come in here myself to see what all the fuss was about. And I don't see what all the fuss is about. You're entitled to your opinion. And I was like, thank you. So, you know, you can say whatever you want about me. Nobody is listening to you. You are a bunch of idiots. But you are that low. You are that low that you would say. I don't harp on about the stuff that happened to me. I've told my viewers here and me pals little bits of details here and there, right? But nobody knows, because I don't go, because that doesn't define me as a person. I don't use that as some sort of badge of honor, or that's not the one thing that I identify myself as, of having a disability. I'm so much more. Do you think Daniel or anybody else out there that has disability defines themselves by their disabilities? No. So much more to give in the world. How dare you? And you know who I'm talking about? LL. That's all I'll say. LL. You all know who I'm talking about. Done another disgusting video. Because you've nothing better to do, you little twat, do you? Yous are all idiots. Idiots. And yous are scum. That's what yous are. Scum. You go that low because you don't like what I have to say about Doctor Who, or like my opinions on certain things. You go that low. You know, do you know what? It's sad the way this fandom has turned out. I'm sad the way I've even turned out. But do you blame me? You blame me. You all say I'm toxic. The reason why I'm the way I am is because of idiots like you. You know, you just don't leave anything alone. You just won't let us have our opinions. You just want to belittle us all the time. Well, how fucking dare you won't belittle me again? And you keep bringing up this boxer match. Listen, mate, if I go into a boxer ring with you, man, I'd need seriously, even with me hands tied behind me back, you'll end up on the canvas. Right? So don't be bragging there. What, because you think you're younger than me? You think you'll be able to box the head off me? Me bleeding dog would do more damage. Wouldn't even have to do that. And Jesus Christ, get away. Me get into it. Yeah. And if you think I wouldn't, by the way, I actually would. So don't even tempt me. You want that boxing match, you can have that boxing match. I'll box the head off the whole lot, yes.
Go Bruce Lee on their ass.
Right? I'm telling you, listen, challenging me to boxing matches and all, they are idiots. Idiots, they are. Please get away because someone doesn't have a different opinion. Oh, that has a different opinion to you. Oh, you are crazy. You are crazy. But seriously, to drop that low, to do something that low. Yeah, Chris, that's a good point. But yeah. Listen, as I said though, you know, if you want to call me Quasi, I'll embrace it. Quasimodo is here. I'll introduce myself as Quasimodo. The thing is, the reason why I'm just giving out is because the fact that you'd actually go that low. But you're just showing how much of a scum you are. And that's what you all are. You are all scum. Because you will resort to those tactics when you don't get your way. You say, I throw my toys out of the pram. Well, you have really, truly thrown toys out of the pram. And I know later on, you'll probably go through this stream like the sad, pathetic little fool that you are. And you will take this clip and you'll drop it all over Twitter. Who gives a flying crap? Who hears me? Who gives a flying crap? Let them all hear me. And then I'd say to you people, come onto my channel and see all the stuff I'm dealing with. Right? And see all the stuff I'm dealing with on Twitter. And I'll show you, by the way, I show you evidence. I show screenshots of the stuff that I'm sending, unlike the other people. So go and check these screenshots out as well. You will see plenty of evidence. And I've also thrown videos up of some of the stuff that has been said about me as well in the past 2 years as well. They're a bunch of scum. And that's what they resort to. And you know what? They're going to resort to calling names and calling me everything under the sun. I'm going to do the same myself. So don't start crying like little bitches when I do it. If you want me to stop, you stop. Simple as that. And Problem Being says, here, no. Thank you very much. When I get like this, you know what happens. It's as simple as that. I'm sick of these people. Sick of these people. They won't let us enjoy anything. Anything. And you won't bring me down. Many have tried. And if I do, by the way, the only way I'm going down is if I decide to take myself down. Nobody's taking me down. Certainly not one of you Muppets anyway. Yeah. I mean, Daniel's got it. I don't know about you two guys in the chat there, or you two guys on the panel that are left as well. I don't know if you have gotten any abuse, but I certainly know Daniel has gotten his fair share as well. Some of the stuff that's been said to Daniel actually on his first couple of streams, absolutely disgusting stuff. Someone even complained, why have you got Daniel on your stream? I said, how fucking dare you say that? Daniel was here that night. You know what I mean? What the hell? Who are you to judge anybody? Daniel has far more intelligence than all of you put together. Daniel is a credit to his generation. You're a disgrace to your generation.
Exactly.
Right? Daniel is a person. Me and Daniel have a lot in common. Yeah? There might be an age gap, but why do we have a lot in common? Because Daniel's not a twat. Daniel doesn't buy into all this crap. Daniel can think for himself. So yes, Daniel has every right, just as much as everybody else, to have a voice. And that's why Daniel's on the panel. And that's why Daniel will always be on this panel and always be in phone-ins or anything that we do on here, because he's a credit to this generation. And I want to show people out there that there's people of Daniel's age group that are actually saying, because you little Muppets are the insane ones. Yous aren't the true representation of this generation. Daniel is, and people like Daniel are his age. How dare you? How dare you all? Seriously, yous are disgusting. Disgusting. This is what we've had to put up with. Lay it all out there for you now. This is what we've had to put up with. So if we turned into something that yous don't like, well, yous made us. And Chris Chibnall did with the way he carried on with Doctor Who, right? You change your behavior, we change our behavior. It's as simple as that. We're not going away. We're not going anywhere. We will never go anywhere, because Doctor Who is what brought us all together. And we are not going to sit by no more, stand by no more, and watch it be destroyed, and watch people like you belittle fans like us. No more. No more. How dare you guys do that? How dare you do not own this fandom? The fandom's for everybody. Everybody. Nobody owns this fandom. But you go on as if you do. Your rules are the only rules that count. Well, no, I'm sorry. Those days are over. Those days are over. You have had a run of this fandom for 2 years now, and you are finally going to be called out, every single one of you. You come after us. I don't care. I'll retweet you our tweets. And I don't care. Listen for a minute. If you're going to come after me, right, and call me every name under the sun, I have every right to retweet that tweet. And whatever happens after I retweet that tweet, well, I'm sorry. I don't give a flying crap, right? If you get called out and then someone then goes and defends me, once they don't go to now, once they don't get personal and stuff, I don't like personal stuff like that way. If they want to defend me and say you're wrong about Noel and stuff like that, they have every right to do so, right? And I have every right to highlight your stupidity too, right? Playing victim. Don't be writing shit about me then on other people, and we won't be retweeting your tweets, and you won't get any of the grief that you are getting. You get it because you deserve it. And I don't care. Put this up. Put this up. You deserve it. All you J-bots deserve what you get, because you don't You are not willing to sit there and talk to us fans. You want to insult. You want to throw death threats our way. Well, fine. From now on, that behaviour is going to be exposed. And whatever you get after that, it's your own fault. Because if you behaved in the right manner, none of this would be happening. Right? And we wouldn't be as bitter. And we wouldn't even be talking about yous. We'd be talking about Chris Chibnall. But you won't even let us do that. You won't let us have our criticisms. How dare you? You don't own this fandom. And this fandom will be around long after we're dead and you're dead. Remember that. We don't own this fandom. We're part of this fandom right now. And don't ever tell me that I'm not a fan. How dare you, or any other person here. How dare you? We're not fans. You guys don't understand the history of this show, and it's so blatantly obvious. Everybody knows who the fans are, and everybody knows who aren't the fans. As I said, unfortunately, right now, you guys actually have a lot of backing from certain members that are involved in Doctor Who, and they want to support your ideals and promote your voices. But there's not just one voice in the fandom. There's several voices in the fandom, and all sides of the fandom should be heard. All sides. As I said, Doctor Who's for everybody. But it's not for everybody now. But it was supposed to be. Series 12's tagline was Space for All. But it wasn't. Because you idiots keep telling us, this show isn't for you. You don't like it, so go. That's not how it works. You don't know what it is to be a fan and never will. Maybe one day some of you will. Then maybe someday one of you will look back at your behaviour and actually feel bad. But a lot of you won't, because you're self-absorbed little twats and you will just move on and ruin someone else's life, or try to ruin someone else's life. See, that's what you want to do. And that's what I don't like. People are actually trying to ruin my life because I don't like this era of Doctor Who. That's how low yous have sunk. So, do you know what? I said this, I would never sink to user level, but the only way to fight yous is at user level. So, I've had to become something that I didn't want to become. But well done, because I'm a product of your hate. So the more you hate, the stronger we're going to grow. And by the way, we are growing. The Fandom Menace grows every day. But not only that, every individual channel that's on here is growing, is gaining subscribers. It's happening across the board. All of these channels that you hate are growing. The question that you guys must ask yourselves, and then when you get the answer, you will understand why. Now, I know some of you will come out and say, because you will never admit, you will come out, oh, because you're all racist, sexist, and homophobes, and transphobic, and all this crap that you come up with, and all the different isms that you come up with. But the reality of the situation is that when you actually break it all down and you look at it truthfully, you will see that it's actually fans. And there's a revolution going on right now. And we can see now that the SJW side are retaliating and they're trying to cancel everybody now because they're panicking. This is why we have this recent cancel culture, because they're panicking because they were losing, so they had to do something. So they latched onto something, and now we're all racist and sexist, and we're all this now, right? But they're cancelling everybody now, so they couldn't get them fairly, so they're just going to cancel everybody now so they can reassert their power. Well, unfortunately, that's not going to happen because the Fandom Menace now is ready for the long haul. They said it, even Gary and people that he had on his stream. We know we're in for a fight here. We're in for a fight to save our pop culture, but we're not going anywhere. We were always going to be in for the long haul. We were always going to be in for the long haul. Now, some have decided to back out a bit. I can understand that because it can get too much. But those guys will come back again when they're ready to come back. But the Fandom Menace has members every day, new members every day. All those channels are gaining subscribers every day. And as Problem Being has put, that's what's going to happen. Hashtag revolution of the Whovians. That's exactly what's going to happen. Now, that hashtag, by the way, I want you all to remember that hashtag, because that hashtag will become important at some stage in the next few months. I will not give any details away right now, but there is work behind the scenes again. We have a plan. It's just to show this other side up and to send a message that we're going nowhere. But 28, you want to do better than 28. So, because, you know, when this, I'm not going to tell you when, but when this hashtag goes up, it's not going to be in the top 30. It's not even going to be in the top 20. It's going to be in the top 5. So, you will want to get typing, which is We Are the Doctor one, because by the time we get finished, you know, we just have a couple of months head start now. That's how confident I am. So you can keep, for the next couple of months, keep texting that hashtag that you have. In one day, we're going to smash it. But I have to pick the right day. And that's what I'm working on behind the scenes. I'm talking. So we're going to show you. We're going to send our own message. If you want to play like that, we'll play like that. No problem. 28, they think that's great. Hartnell first trended, and oh my God, there was multiple hashtags actually trending at the same time. Just remember, guys, when Hartnell first was after the time when the time children, there was multiple hashtags, going. But by the way, we're picking a new hashtag, yeah. All we'd have to do actually is just pick up the old one, Hartnell, first, and just start retweeting that again. And that was already in the top 5. We could use that one. But the reason why we're using the new ones is because we just want to prove that you think you are powerful. And you're all crying, apparently, celebrating. Well, we're going to show you what real power is. Remember, the 7 million households got walked away too. Ah, you're going to be in. Oh, can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be great. And with that, I'm going to leave you all now. Hartnell first was one of mine. Yeah, and it trended. Well done. See, we've got trenders in this place. Lee. Me panelist on Classic Who, by the way. Good friend too. And the guy that has obviously done all the artwork, as I said. So even Lee. Yeah, I found out something interesting about Lee last night. It was actually great. I can't tell you, but I can. I probably can. Can't I? Yeah. He worked as an extra on Star Wars on, I think it was Rogue One, I think he said.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, Problem Being has been Disney. He said he couldn't say much, but he said, people were asking him as soon as he said he did that, people were asking, is there any stories you could tell us? He says that there's stories, but can't tell them. So he said Disney would, the mouse, we can't say and. The mouse would come after him. And Solo, he says, shh. Oh, Disney's going to get him now. Sorry. Well, he hasn't given any information away. So, it's grand. But I have to be honest, though, when you did say that last night, I want to say this. I was like, I'm going to text him. I want to find out what this juicy news is, but he's not going to tell me. Even if I text him and ask him, he's still not going to tell me. So I didn't bother. Because I know, because Disney could bleed and be, They could be spying on your phone or something, or your computer. So I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't put you in that position. But I have to say, it is intriguing. I think a lot of people would love to know what happened. But yeah, it's one of those things where you wish. I know, Lee. I'll say no more. I'll say no more. And Rogue One was the best of the Disney movies. It was a movie that was unnecessary, though. But yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, listen, I just wanted to kind of rally the troops a bit as well and let you know we're going nowhere. But I know any of you guys as well that have been, like Daniel, I know you've been feeling a little bit down lately. This was more for you, to be quite honest with you, to give you a bit of a G up because, listen, I've been looking at your tweets and your messages, and I have to say it's been very depressing because to see you so sad, it actually does depress me because you're such a cheerful young man, and Doctor Who is something that you love, and to see that you're so detached from it actually breaks my heart in a way. So that was more for you as well, to keep going and don't let these people get to you, and to keep doing what you're doing, and don't let Chris Chibnall, as he said, look at this area is a disaster. We're not going to sugarcoat it. It has kind of tainted Doctor Who for me. Yes, I'm not going to lie. But each week I do these watch-alongs. Just look at, you're a part of these watch-alongs now. My advice to you is don't back out of it. Stick with it. You'll fall in love with Doctor Who all over again. And another thing as well, don't get rid of your merchandise and your merchandise. You keep talking about selling this, that, and the other. Don't let him do that. He wins then. They win then. Keep your stuff. You bought it. You love it. You obviously love the stuff or you wouldn't have bought it, right? So just look, you'll fall in love with the stuff again. You'll fall in love with your merchandise again. You'll fall in love with Doctor Who again. It's not over, Daniel. It will come back at some stage. Yes, it mightn't be ever the same, but we will get Doctor Who back at some stage, and we still have the past as well. So listen, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing your streams. And I know any of you other people out there as well that used to be on the channel or that have YouTube channels out there, keep doing what you're doing. Don't let these people ever dishearten you or try ruin what you do. Because I know a few of these idiots start creeping on other people's streams that because they knew me, they decided to go and pick on them, so people would turn against me. Luckily, my friends that I have are actually friends. These are not just people I talk to on the internet. I class them as friends. We have a strong bond. We've had plenty of conversations. I have a bond with these people. These people are not going to believe stuff that they see. And look, straight away I have people, no, what are you getting upset? I wasn't getting upset, but no, someone did actually say, no, what are you getting worked up for? Because I was getting a little bit worked up at the start. No. He says, I've looked at everything. There's nothing there. It's all hearsay. I says, I know, but still, I said, you know what it's like? It's like someone will put something on the internet now, on Twitter. We've seen it with Angry Joe. You know what happened in his case. Someone puts up a load of stuff and it's all, by looking at it, and we all seen the so-called evidence. There was no evidence. Then it comes out and says, nothing never happened. And then what happens? You take down the stuff, but nothing happens to that person. All you have to do is say that someone is something on the online, and they're tainted. And that's why I had to defend myself. I'm sorry. I know some of you say I should just forget about it, but once something like that goes on the internet that you're bullying someone, especially a young woman, that sticks. And I can't have that stick. You know what I mean? That's not a good reputation to have. And apparently because I have called out a couple of the time ladies and Crystal Dees have known in the past, apparently I'm bullying women. No, I'm not. I'm calling women out on their bullshit. They're going to come out with some bullshit about how women weren't treated right in Doctor Who and all this crap and all this other crap that they come up with. Well, then I'm going to call them out as liars because that's what they are. They clearly haven't watched Classic Era, because if they did, they would say that there was a lot of strong female companions. So don't buy the rhetoric. What? You in bed? All right, I'm finishing up now. I didn't know you were in bed. All right. Right, guys, I have to go. I didn't know Cheryl was actually gone to bed, man. She just went into the room. I thought she was reading. She must have dozed off. So I have to finish up, folks, because obviously when she's asleep, I'm too loud, apparently. Which is, in fairness, it's probably true because
I'm listening.
a couple of people in the house have hearing problems. So not in this, but when I was living at home as a kid now, so I've always had to kind of shout over TV and people, so I don't realize how loud I am. So with that, I will say good night to you all. But as I said, we're not going anywhere. We will defend ourselves, and we are gonna support each other. We're stronger together anyway. But we will send our message. We will send our message because we are not done in this fandom. We're not going anywhere. So good night, folks. I'll leave you with the trailer, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Good night, folks. Good night, panel.
Right,
Talk to you
Good night, guys.
Good night.
See you later, guys.
See ya.